first time this year that the Seahawks have played on real grass. And he changes everything up, and he hits a low squibber that goes out of bounds at the 7-yard line. And a San Diego, that's Dennis McKnight, is injured on the play of the San Diego Chargers near the right 45-yard line. And so with the flag, they'll bring it back, and they'll be kicking again. Was that McKnight or Carlos Bradley? It was Carlos Bradley, number 50. McKnight is number 60. And an injury report on San Diego, interestingly enough, not on this man, but on Trumaine Johnson warming up. He pulled a hamstring, and he will not play. So the Chargers now down to Wes Chandler, Charlie Joyner, and Jesse Bindros as their wide receivers. So not an auspicious start as far as injuries are concerned for the San Diego Chargers, and Seattle, of course, Sam, will be kicking again.
What they were trying to do on that kickoff, Carlos, number 50, hit Fred Young, number 50, first, and they were doubling him. And Fred Young actually hit him a shot and knocked him cold. So they're paying a great deal of attention to the great special teamer, number 50, Fred Young, with Seattle.
Norm Johnson to kick off again. Again, it's Lionel James and Anthony Steeles, the deep backs on the return. And this is the kind of hang time that we were talking about. Lionel James takes the ball. He'll down it in the back edge of the end zone. Hang time on that kickoff was 4.2 seconds.
He does it probably better than anybody in the league on kickoffs, because we mostly hear it from punters.
All right, here's a look at the offensive set. It'll be Dan Fouts, of course, at quarterback, Tim Spencer, Charlie Joyner, Wes Chandler, Eric Sievers, and Pete Holohan. Sievers and Holohan, the two tight ends. Basic set will be with one back. Offensive line with the #1 draft choice, Lachey, then is White, Masick, McKnight, and Clappin. So the Chargers go to work at their own 20-yard line, first down. Falls on the ball, a miscue on the opening snap, a loss of 7 to the 13-yard line. It is second down and 17. Bruce Schultz, the linebacker, was there. Let's take a look and see what happened.
Dan apparently is, I think Dan just mishandled the ball. It looked like Don Masick, 62, pick it up, and Dan Fouts did the right thing to fall on the ball.
They're going to mark it to 14, so it's a loss of 6, second down and 16. Now, Fouts has a lot of things on his mind. He has a football game on his mind. All of a sudden, he has less one wide receiver. He has a suspect offensive line. He's going with 2 tight ends. He does not, in reality, have a good running back. So he's concerning himself with a lot of things. And here he goes to the tight end, Eric Sievers. And Sievers battles his way to the 20-yard line, so it'll be third down and 10. Jeff Bryant stopped him there. So Fouts and the Chargers offensively, they've got problems.
Well, there's no question about it. I think, as we said at the top, Dan Fouts' biggest concern today is not the way he's going to play, it's the way those people up front are going to play to protect him.
And you're looking now at the defense of the Seattle Seahawks. You saw the front three, these the 4 linebackers, Schultz, Robinson, Butler, and Jackson. And as Sam mentioned in the opening, this is a very active, there's the secondary, experienced secondary, a very active defense. Fouts going deep, and he'll overthrow. Terry Jackson had the coverage on Charlie Joyner. And it'll be fourth down and 10, and the kicking team will come in for San Diego. And Danny Green will be returning the punt of Ralph Moshiko. Now, Moshiko last week on 7 kicks, a 46-yard average, which is an excellent average. Number 2 in the AFC. Left-footed kicker. But if Green gets any kind of a return, then the Seahawks will start their first offensive thrust with excellent field position. Not a good kick. Not a good kick. The ball will be down in the neighborhood of the 47 or the 48-yard line. A kick of only 33 yards. Dennis McKnight was downfield. A flag was dropped back at the 25-yard line. And so Red Cashin and his crew are holding a quick discussion. Preliminary signal is defensive holding. If so, automatic first down.
Oh, that's a tough penalty, because now you take the ball away from Seattle. Someone must have held one of the two outside receivers who released off the line of scrimmage before the forced snap.
Before the ball was kicked. 5 yards, first down.
So the first big break of the ball game goes to the San Diego Chargers. They have a first down at their own 25-yard line. Otherwise, Seattle would have had the ball at their own 47-yard line. They send Wes Chandler wide to the far side. Lionel James goes to the left side and comes back in motion. Bounce fires, and a comeback pattern is complete to Charlie Joyner. Bruce Schultz was there to cover him along with Michael Jackson. They'll mark it at the 31-yard line.
Charlie Joyner, the all-time leading receiver in the NFL. He's covered very well by the inside linebacker, but he's going to fight to get open, and now he comes back to the ball, and that's what Dan Fouts needs, that veteran to find that open spot and get a completion.
Second down and 5. They spot it at the 30. And here's Tim Spencer. And Spencer will pick up about 3 to the 33. And it'll be third down and a couple to go. Jacob Green was there for the defense, along with number 55, Michael Jackson. The problem here, Sam, of the offense and the defense playing on the skin part of a baseball infield. Different type of attraction that they'll have at the other end of the field.
I think the biggest problem on the part of Seattle, because they're used to playing on a synthetic turf.
Chris Faulkner comes in as an extra tight end. And here's Lionel James. And James in trouble. He is cut down at the 28-yard line. He loses about 5 yards on the play, as Terry Jackson diagnosed the play, and it will be a fourth down kicking situation, and Mujica will come in once again to kick to Danny Green. Spot the ball at the 29-yard line.
Number 84.
Rookie to rookie, the number 4 draft choice for the Chargers, kicking to the number 3 draft choice of the Seahawks. Good kick. And Green fields it at the 24, gives ground back to the 17. He's in trouble, and he'll lose yardage on the return. He'll lose 4 on the return. A 46-yard kick by Ralph Mujica. We have no score, and we'll be back.
It's summertime.
Draft choice 1983. By now, you know the story of last year. Heard in the first game, the rehabilitation. Came back in preseason. Did not play in the first preseason game. Very tentative in the second preseason game, where he carried the ball only 4 times. And then the next preseason, a little more. And then a little more. And played the complete ball game in the season opener last week. And he picked up 66 yards and 17 carries. He is back and ready to go. An unbelievable return, both physically and mentally, for Kurt Warner. We expect him to carry the ball on the first play from scrimmage, behind the blocking of David Hughes. Let's see if they do it. There he is. And he opens with a gain of 7 yards to the 27-yard line. Second down and 3.
Warner in the I formation. You want to get him the ball deep. He handles the ball. Now he does what he does best. He has great vision and breaks tackles. And down here inside the 20-yard line, they're going to try to be very conservative.
Edwin Bailey, the left guard, with the lead block on the play. Second down and 3. Kurt Warner again, closed up inside, jumps to the outside, and he'll pick up the first down as he goes to the 33-yard line. A gain of 6 on the play, and the first down. Gil Byrd, the strong safety for San Diego, is the man who made the tackle. Offensively, it is Dave Craig at quarterback, with Warner and Hughes the running backs. Darrell Turner and Steve Large are the wide receivers. Charlie Young is the tight end. That offensive line of Essing, Bailey, Bush, Pratt, and Kreider. Kreider did not play last week. Millard replaced him. He had a knee injury. Do not know how long he can go today, but he is starting. Both wide receivers on the far side. First down, Seattle, their own 33-yard line. And here is Kurt Warner on a sweep to the near side to the 36. He has 3. It'll be second down and 7. As Mike Green was there and Billy Ray Smith. Let's look at the defense of San Diego. They'll be very active with a lot of changes. Lee Williams, Chuck Ian, Keith Ferguson, the front 3. Now there's 7 defensive linemen. They'll all be in and out. They're big. It's going to be a warm day. They'll all get a lot of action. King, Green, Billy Ray Smith, Woodrow Lowe. Those are the 4 linebackers. They are very active. Rookies in the secondary, Davis and Dale. But that's going to be a good young secondary. We'll take another look at that secondary panel. That is part of the story here today. Second down and 7. Seattle, their own 36-yard line. No score in the ball game. Just over 9 minutes left to go first quarter. Here comes a blitz. Safety blitz with the pressure. Craig read it, got rid of it, and is incomplete. He was going to Turner, but a quick read by the quarterback, Dave Craig. And it was Jeffrey Dale, the rookie free safety, number 2 draft choice out of LSU. It'll be third down and 7. Now let's go back to that defensive panel that we were talking about in the secondary. As you have at the left side, you got Wayne Davis, who's a rookie, free safety, Dale, who is a rookie. Danny Walters is in his 3rd year, and Gil Byrd is in his 3rd year. So a very young secondary, but they expect a lot of things from him. Seattle now with 4 wide receivers. Third down and 7. Craig has pressure, fumble. The ball is up for grabs, and I believe it was Bob Kreider. There's a flag down on it, another flag. I think it was Kreider, the offensive tackle, that finally just pulled it in. It was bouncing up in the air. It was a fumble with the ball in the air.
It's evident San Diego's game plan defensively. They don't feel like they're going to sit back there. They're going to blitz. They blitzed Jeff Dale on second down, and they brought everybody but the kitchen sink on that third down. 57 is Lyndon King, the best blitzer, but it comes from the outside. It's Jeff Dale, 37 again. Now we got an offensive tackle fielding the ball.
But Bob Kreider saved a turnover is what it amounted to. The penalty against Seattle, it is refused. And it will be fourth down. The Seahawks will be kicking. Jeff West, who at one time was with San Diego as a punter and also as a tight end, is kicking, and he is kicking to Lionel James. Talked to Jeff before the ball game. I said, anything strange about this stadium? He said, no, it's an excellent place to kick. There are no excuses for the kickers here. Taken at the 29-yard line by James. And he returns near the 35. 6 yards on the return. A 37-yard kick. We have no score, but the game is heating up in San Diego.
By number 33, Dan.
Top, and the quick pass, the ladder off the line of James. John Harris caught him a gain of 13.
That came out of the playbook. I used that in the schoolyard in Brooklyn, New York. He throws a quick hitch pass, catches it, goes to his knees, flips to the outside, and this could go all the way. What a interesting play this early in the game.
But this is something I think that San Diego needs. They need something like this to spark their offense. Their offense is too tentative.
They have to pull out all the stoppers.
And that's a tight end Holohan showing motion bounce. It's there. Wes Chandler, 27-yard line. 25 yards on the play. Terry Taylor with the tackle. So first 13 and then 25, and bounce is hot.
This is a prearranged play. If he can see the free safety not in the way, he's going to throw it right on the button to Wes Chandler, and Wes Chandler can handle any cornerman in the league one-on-one. Dan Fouts was worried about the free safety.
Chandler wide to the far side, Joyner to the near side. Fouts on target to Lionel James. A gain of 21. John Harris makes the tackle. So 13, 25, and 21.
Fouts right now now is stretching the zone, and he's bringing it back underneath. Lionel James on the top of your screen, 26, makes the play, but the receiver to that side, Wes Chandler, cleared out the zone.
Just inside the 7, first down and goal to go. 59 yards in 3 plays. Pump fake, pass. It's there, backing in, touchdown, Lionel James. At the beginning of the telecast, Sam, you said that the Chargers have a chance as long as Dan Fouts is there, and that is the action that proves it.
Here he goes away from his 2 receivers. He fakes. Lionel James goes to the outside, makes the play. Anytime Dan Fouts is in the game, and if you pass protect for him, you're in trouble. He'll make it a football game, and I think we have one here right now. The Chargers couldn't have done anything more for their cause.
Bob Thomas with the extra point, and it is good. And San Diego goes out in front, 7-0. 4 for 4. The final was to James from 6 yards. 7-0 San Diego. And Ralph Mozinko will be kicking off. Randall Morris and Danny Green are deep. And this will be Randall Morris at the 5-yard line. 15, 20. And returns it to the 27, maybe the 28-yard line. Let's see where they spot it. Now on the touchdown pass, Fouts really took a shot.
He had the double fake, and this is vintage Dan Fouts. He'll take that shot if he can get the ball into the end zone.
And it was Sheldon Robinson, the inside linebacker, that really decked him. So Seattle goes to work at their own 27-yard line, first down. Now, San Diego defensively has been blitzing. Seattle offensively will call for blitz control, could break a big play.
I think you have to watch Turner and Largent.
Kurt Warner will pick up a couple of yards. He'll get 2 to the 29. It'll be second down 8, and Mike Green is there to stop him. Number 99, Lee Williams, coming out. 6 minutes and 45 seconds. That is the time remaining in the first quarter. And the score, San Diego 7 and Seattle 0. Craig to throw. Largent, and it is incomplete. Surprising move at their own 29-yard line, because normally Seattle does not go deep, a pattern of 20-25 yards, until they cross the 50-yard line.
I think the drive by San Diego has offset that a little bit. Largent was wide open on that play, and Craig may be a little bothered by those blitzes, because normally he hits Steve Largent on that play. It could have been caught just inside the 50-yard line.
Seattle going now with 4 wide receivers: Darrell Turner, Byron Franklin, Steve Largent, and Danny Green. Third down just under 8. Turner showing motion at the bottom of the screen, and it is behind Darrell Turner. Bad pass by Dave Craig. It'll be 4th down, and Jeff West will be kicking.
Turner is coming inside Largent, and it's almost like a pickoff. He's wide open. If he catches the ball, he can go for the first down. I know it was a difficult catch, but Pro Bowl receivers have to make those plays.
Thus far in the ballgame, Dave Craig is 0 for 4. Lionel James is the deep back. Anthony Steeles is the up back on the return. Jeff West will be kicking for Seattle. James takes it at the 36. And a flag is down as he returns 4 yards. 35 yards on the punt. John Kaiser makes the tackle, but there was a marker on the play.
Penalty 41. Stopped for number 54, John Kaiser. Penalty flag on the field.
Holding against the Chargers. Don Coryell, the head coach of San Diego. This
Holding. Number 37 on the receivers. 10 yards. Still first down.
holding on Jeffrey Dale. We'll take a timeout, and San Diego has the lead 7-0. Tarkington, Unitas, Hart, and Fouts. And we'll come back to that graphic in a moment. We're back live. Fouts adding to that total. It's complete. Wes Chandler, and he has a first down at the 43-yard line, a gain of 12. Dave Brown had the coverage. First down, San Diego. Now look at Fouts coming into this game, 34,072 yards. What does that mean? What does that mean? That means almost 20 miles.
I think the only stat he's interested in, Charlie, is to take this football team to the Super Bowl.
I would agree with that. That's an easy one to agree with, though. Seattle showing now 6 in the secondary. First down for San Diego, their own 43-yard line. Holahan in motion. Bounce to the pump fake, is back with the middle. One-hand grab by Holahan. And a pickup of 9 yards on the play. Dave Brown with a tackle. Pete Holahan with those great hands. May have the best hands of the whole ball club.
Is getting rid of the ball quick. They're pass protecting. Holahan makes a great one-handed catch, and he was isolated on number 42 in the middle of your screen, Keith Simpson.
Fouts has now hit 6 in a row. Second down and 1 at the Seattle 48. Seattle shows 4 in the secondary. Flag is down. Flag is down on the far side. Pass is complete to Holahan. He backs to the Seattle 40. If the play stands up, it will be a first down. But there are 2 markers down. We'll have to wait and see. Little program note. This game is the NFL Game of the Week on the satellite to the network in Australia. So a little fair dinkum holiday to our mates in Australia. Offsides, Seattle. So it will be a first down. They'll refuse it and take the play to the 40.
Offside, number 79 on the defense. That penalty is declined. First down.
First down at the Seattle 40. The penalty on Jacob Green. Jacob does not agree with the call. The afternoon heating up. The sun is shining, not a cloud in the sky. The temperature will climb into the 80s. Didn't believe it would get this warm today, but it is a perfect day in Southern California. Holahan in motion. Fake of the draw. Fouts throws. He hits again. Wes Chandler, first down, 27-yard line. Gain of 13. Terry Taylor. That is 8 in a row. 8 in a row for Fouts.
This has to be a key matchup. Number 74, Jim Lachey. Number 77 at the top of your screen. And Lachey is a big, strong, and he does an outstanding job of keeping Bryant in front of him.
First down, Seattle 27. Fouts throws, has his man. He hits him, and it's complete at the 5. Out of bounds at the 4 is Wes Chandler. He beat Dave Brown. 23 yards. It's 9 of 9 for Fouts. First down, goal to go.
It was a blitz. Chandler is one-on-one. Fouts has good protection. He sits in there and throws the ball. Chandler's one-on-one, number 89 on 22. And when you put him one-on-one, good things are going to happen.
First down, goal to go. 4-yard line. 3 tight ends. Here's Anthony Steele, and he cuts back to the 4, the line of scrimmage. It'll be second down and goal to go. No gain. Randy Edwards was there along with the rookie free agent from Colgate, Eugene Robinson, for Seattle.
When you decide to run the ball inside the 5 on first down, you're really committed. Now that it's second down, I think you'll see them have to throw the ball on second and third.
Of course, with the San Diego offense, I'm surprised. You know, you just figure they're going to throw it every down anyway. I'm surprised when they run the ball. Second down, goal to go.
Ronald James.
He's throwing this one away. A little pump fake to the right. He was looking to the left for somebody to slip out. They got caught in traffic. Nobody was there. He just turned and threw it away.
We had Lionel James, number 26, on Kenny Easley. That's not a mismatch offensively.
So it's third down, goal to go, 4-yard line.
look for a one-on-one here, possibly with his inside receivers, knowing full well that 89 and 81 are going to be covered.
San Diego leading 7-0, trying to stretch that margin. Bounce throws incomplete. John Harris was there for the defense, and the kicking team comes out. And that means that Ralph Mojinko will be holding for Bob Thomas, and San Diego will try to settle for the 3 points. Of course, the reason that Bob Thomas is here is the fact that Ralph Benershka is out at least for 4 weeks on injury reserve with a groin injury. And they picked up Thomas, who formerly was with the Bears, and he has it. So San Diego leads Seattle by a score of 10-0. Are you surprised, Sam?
Well, I'm not surprised, because as we said from the top, as long as you have that barbed wire fence and you give Dan Fouts the time, he's going to complete passes. And I think they have the Seattle defense at this point a little disjointed, because there's Chuck Knox, and during the course of that drive, he had 4 defensive linemen in there, because you're not going to stop Dan Fouts unless you can pressure him. And right now, the San Diego offensive line is doing a good job of pass protecting. But Charlie, they cannot sit on the ball. They have to maintain that aggressiveness in their pass offense.
Bob Thomas with a 21-yard field goal, and it's San Diego 10, Seattle nothing. 3:53 time remaining in the first quarter. And Ralph Mojinko will be kicking off to either Randall Morris or Danny Green. Morris on the far side and Green on the near side. But from the Seahawks standpoint, they have not had They've had a very average field position, and until they get good field position near the middle of the field, they really don't open up. They're very conservative at their end of the gridiron. Danny Green will run it out. He's to the 10, 15, to the 20, and he's hit at the 25-yard line and brought down at that point. So he'll have around 28 yards on the return. He took it 3 yards deep in the end zone. Mark Fellows makes the tackle. Let's look at that scoreboard. Chicago over New England, 20-7. That's the final. Cincinnati losing to St. Louis. It was close for a while. That's the final. A final. It was close. Houston almost caught Washington. Dallas, they were losing 26-0. They still lost, but they made it close. Craig, swing to the right side to Kurt Warner. A little tentative sliding move by Kurt Warner.
57, Lyndon King may be one of the best open field linebackers in the league. He can handle someone like number 28, Kurt Warner, in the open field. What Craig was trying to do was throw the ball upfield. It was jammed by the coverage, and he laid the ball off to 28, Kurt Warner.
Second down and 9. And here's Kurt Warner, cut off inside, jumps outside. 33-yard line. He'll pick up 5, so it'll be third down and around 4. Danny Walters with a tackle for San Diego.
Tackle by number 23, Danny Walters.
Yards passing. Oh, that is interesting. Seahawks 1 yard. Chargers 138 yards, including the touchdown pass to Lionel James.
6 yards on the carry.
They just haven't had the ball. San Diego has controlled the ball the entire first quarter. That's an unbelievable graphic at this stage of the game.
Third down from the shotgun. First down, Steve Largent. Danny Walters brings him down at the 42-yard line. And Seattle has the ball at their own 42. Pretty good field position and a little bit of breathing room. Key play for the Seahawks.
It was important. Here's a shotgun. Gives him plenty of time to throw. He's watching for Largent. Largent is right there, number 80 on 23, Danny Walters. And Largent, anytime you get him one-on-one, it's like a basketball game. He's going to win.
109 in a row for Largent. Of course, Harold Carmichael has the NFL record of 120. Largent, if he keeps it going, could catch him in at the end of next season. Greg throws, pass is complete. Kurt Warner, 49-yard line.
We're going to have a roughing on number 57, Lyndon King, and there was no reason for him to come in there on the end of the pile and hit Kurt Warner. Here's Warner catching
unnecessary
tackle. He's down. 57's going to come in from the top right there. There's no reason for that right now, particularly when they're into a good flow, the San Diego Chargers.
The penalty takes the ball to the San Diego 36-yard line.
Penalties are not bad, Charlie. It's when players don't use good judgment that drive coaches like Don Coryell to their grave.
At the San Diego 36, first down Seattle. Turner coming wide to this side. Now you can expect the Seahawks to go deep. Fumble. One hop comes right back up to Kurt Warner. Just like a basketball. He bounced it. He picked it up. Picks up 2 yards to the 34. It'll be second down and 8.
Kurt Warner.
Kurt Warner's deep in the eye again. He gets the ball deep so he can see the play. He looks like he's on a fast break now. He bounces, he picks it up, he makes the layup, and he's fortunate to have the ball.
That's right. Let's go back to that scoreboard. The Jets, well, they did something right. They beat the Bills 42-3. The Rams 17, Philadelphia 6.
Blitz.
Here they come. Turner, he's got a touchdown. Wayne Davis had the coverage, a 34-yard touchdown pass, and David had good coverage on him. He just beat him right at the end.
It's feast or famine. When you blitz, you got to be able to cover upfield. The coverage by Davis was very good, Charlie. You're right. But here's David Craig. There's a blitz, 37. He gets the ball up. Now, he plays the receiver okay. He just doesn't respond to the ball. And 81 concentrates, and as a result, it's a touchdown. He just has to concentrate not only on the receiver, but he also has to concentrate on the ball. That's the biggest mistake that corners make in defending deep passes.
So the Seahawks are on the board. Norm Johnson to attempt the extra point, and it is good. And so Seattle pulls within 3 of San Diego. The score, the Chargers 10, the Seahawks 7. 37 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
Well, we said at the top that you can gamble on the blitz, but this is a very, very well-schooled Seattle team. David Craig was waiting for that situation again, and when you do, you put 81 on a corner, and that's tough coverage on the corner. And here he goes, he's up, he takes the shot, but watch the corner. He covers the receiver pretty well. He just doesn't play the ball properly. And now they're back in the game, and we have a ball game at 10-7.
And it was the rookie free safety, Jeffrey Dale, on the blitz. Here's the drive, 74 yards in 6 plays, took just over 3 minutes. And when we go back to a statement that Sam made earlier, and that is when you have a defense that is gambling like the Chargers and they're blitzing like they are, that Seattle can pick up the big play, and they did it here. 34 yards, touchdown to this man, Darrell Turner, his second touchdown of the year. A final, Miami over Indianapolis 30-13. First quarter score, Green Bay in front of the Giants 3-0. First quarter score, Atlanta in front of the 49ers having problems getting out of the chute this year. 7-0 first quarter. Minnesota over Tampa Bay. Bud Grant strikes again. And Norm Johnson will be kicking off. Anthony Steele feels it, bobbles it, picks it up at the 2, and he'll have to return it. 9-yard line. So San Diego has the ball at their own 9-yard line. First down. As Terry Jackson was down on the kickoff team to make the stop. So Fouts and company come out. This is the problem that Anthony Steele's had.
First and 10 Chargers.
When you field a kickoff or a punt, It's very important to catch the ball. You can almost add 10 yards on the return if you just simply catch the ball.
Pete Holohan in motion to the far side. Faust to throw. Over the middle, and it is incomplete. Going to Charlie Joyner. Dave Brown with the coverage. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Back at the San Diego 9-yard line. 21 seconds time remaining. We're still in the first quarter. The Chargers leading by 3, 10-7. And another first quarter score. Denver leading New Orleans by a score of 7-0. Of course, San Diego and Seattle in the West. And Denver won the West last year. Everybody seems to overlook the fact that Denver was the winner in the West. And with the way Kansas City was playing, oh, this is a tough division. Tough division. 6 in the secondary for Seattle. San Diego counters with a run. Tim Spitzer gets the call. And Bruce Schultz stops him along with Terry Jackson. They'll mark it at the 13-yard line, gain of 4. So it's 3rd down and 6. As we'll take the countdown to the end of the first quarter. So the first quarter comes to a close at San Diego Jack Murphy Stadium. To score, San Diego 10 and Seattle 7. A touchdown pass in this ball game thus far this season has not thrown an interception. Outstanding young man, very resourceful quarterback. San Diego 3rd down and 6. You look for Faust to throw. The blitz. Young, who was all pro on the special teams last year, coming as an inside linebacker.
This is the thing you can't do to a quarterback. Young is coming on the top of your screen to the blind side, and that's what Dan Fouts has been worried about the entire preseason. Your quarterback cannot take hits like that.
It'll be 4th down and about 15 to go. And the ball at the 4-yard line. Ralph Moshinko will be kicking, and Danny Green is set for the return. Now Moshinko is a left-footed kicker.
Well, left-footed kicking now will kick the ball away from the receiver. It's almost like a batter looking at a screwball instead of a curveball. It'll go away from him, and it's a little more difficult to field.
He catches this one at the 37, though, returns it to the around the 32-yard line. So a 33-yard kick, 6 of the return. Seahawks with great field position. A gorgeous afternoon in San Diego. The temperature creeping towards the mid-80s, a lot warmer than we thought that it would be. San Diego leading by 3, but Seattle now playing their game where they control you defensively. They don't let you out. They force you to kick. They come up with good field position. And now a quick strike. And I would not be surprised to see Craig go to the end zone right now from 32 yards away. Here's Kurt Warner, sweep to the far side. Hughes with a key block, cuts back inside of it, and picks up the first down. Kurt Warner, Jeffrey Dale, the free safety, makes a stop. A pickup of 15 yards on the play.
Kurt Warner again from the I formation. He's now running laterally, looking for the hole. Now when he sees it, he can accelerate with the best of them. And what happened there was the defense broke down. Somebody should have been in that hole when Kurt Warner went up inside.
San Diego 17-yard line, first down, Seattle. Side, cuts back inside again to the 5, to the 3-yard line. A gain of 14 yards on the play for Kurt Warner, and it is first down and goal to go. Lyndon King finally makes the tackle. Warner 54 yards rushing on 8 carries, and we still have 14 minutes and 13 seconds to go in the second quarter.
It's the exact same play that he ran before. Run laterally, watch your block at David Hughes, 46, go up inside, accelerate like a great back, and put 8 or 10 more yards on it. He got his helmet knocked off. He's okay. Everybody on the Seattle side is going to stand up every time he goes down.
Kurt Warner, David Hughes, and Eric Lane are all in the setup. Lane there as a blocker off on the left wing. Here's Warner, cuts back inside, touchdown. Warner scoring from 3 yards away.
Warner's on the goal line. Watch 46. He'll make a key block. Now, good vision. He goes back inside, away from the defense, and all great backs have the awareness to find the open spots. Now, he comes back to the inside. Now, watch him break back. 22, it's too late. He's in the end zone for a touchdown. So much for the graphic. 138 against 1. Chuck Knox right now is very pleased. They're now in, as Charlie said before, into a Seattle-type game.
Largent to hold, and Norm Johnson will be attempting the extra point. Largent, this is only the second game that he has held for Norm Johnson, as Jim Zorn was the previous holder. Seattle leading 13-10, and a chance to go up by one more point, make it 14-10. He's got it. The Seattle Seahawks out in front of San Diego, 14-10. 14, the San Diego Chargers 10. Norm Johnson will be kicking off for the Hawks. Anthony Steele and Lionel James are set as the return man. At the 6-yard line, Lionel Little train. He returns to the 19. They may mark at the 20-yard line. John Kaiser was there to stop him. And that's a situation that San Diego really needed a big return, because they can't afford to start at their own 19-yard line. We'll go back now to the touchdown of Kurt Warner.
It's a lead back, 46. Kurt Warner again has good vision and cuts back to the outside. And when a back has that type of vision, he puts tremendous pressure on the defense.
With pressure, it is incomplete. Eric Sievers almost pulled it in. Fouts, after hitting 11 of his first 12 of those, he had 9 in a row. He has missed his last 4 in a row. He's getting more pressure now.
Well, they're blitzing him, and what they're trying to do right now is, by blitzing him, they want them to go to what they call their sight adjustments, and that means Fouts now has to throw the ball quickly to receivers. They are putting pressure on him because they saw they couldn't do it before.
Fouts from the shotgun. This is, in this ballgame, the first time that I recall Fouts being even in a shotgun formation. He gives to Lionel James. Greg Gaines makes the tackle.
I think this is the first time Don Coryell has used the shotgun with Dan Fouts, and it's an indication that they are very concerned about protecting Dan Fouts, because the shotgun, obviously, as you see Don Coryell, the shotgun gives you more time to see and get the ball upfield.
3rd down and 5. Seattle now with 7 in the secondary. The pass far side is complete, and it's a first down. Lionel James, is that James or Bindross? No, that's Jesse Bindross. Eugene Robinson with the tackle. It's a first down at the 32-yard line, a gain of 7.
That was interesting, Charlie, because they came on first down, threw the ball quickly to get the Seattle defense a little disjointed and to help them against the blitz.
In on defense, Jackson and Simpson in the secondary, and here's Tim Spencer. And Spencer moves to the 36-yard line. He has 4. It is 2nd down and 6 as Jacob Green and Randy Edwards make the tackle for the Hawks. All right, let's look at the baseball score today. Final, the Mets beat Montreal 6-2, 7th inning. Cardinals leading the Cubs 4-1. A final, Cincinnati beating Los Angeles. Pete Rose said he has more trouble with Los Angeles than any other team as a manager. Toronto leading New York 8-0. 7th inning score. No score in the 4th inning. Kansas City and Oakland. 3rd inning score. Texas trailing the California Angels. 2nd down and 6. Here's the draw. Spencer. And you heard the call on the field. I think that every defensive player for Seattle hollered draw. Randy Edwards was there to stop it immediately, along with Joe Nash. Did not fool the players in blue.
Seattle is in a 4-man nickel situation, even on 2nd down and 4 or 5 yards. They know full well right now you're not going to stop Fouts until you can rush 4 defenders.
3rd down and 6. Pressure knocked away. Good defensive play. Number 77, Jeff Bryan, knocked it down.
Number 77, Jeff Bryan.
His Fouts, he's hurried. Jeff Bryant's right in the middle of your screen. He's pushed off, but Masick, number 62, he just gets his hand on the ball. Sometimes you may not be able to sack the quarterback, number 77, but you can get those hands up and knock him down and hurt his vision.
Bryant, 6'5", 270 pounds, knocks it away. Danny Green set to return the 3rd punt of Moschino. Got a low line drive, picked off at the 23-yard line. Couple of good moves. The flag is down. 2 flags are down. The return is 19 yards. The kick 41 yards, but I believe that he'll lose a large percentage of that yardage plus penalty yardage. 11 minutes and 16 seconds. That is the time remaining. The Seattle Seahawks with only 3 rookies on their entire roster. Danny Green is the only draft choice.
Kickers. We got a clip during the run back. Number 41 by the receivers. They offset. We'll replay it.
What he means is we'll do it one more time.
I'm sure Marchenko is happy because he had a line drive.
He did.
Those are returnable. On that last series, Charlie, we saw Seattle pressuring the quarterback, and if you don't pass protect for Fouts, you're going to have some problems offensively. It was obvious in the 2 scoring drives they were able to protect for him very well.
We pause briefly for station identification. This is the NBC television network.
This is Channel 5 KING-TV Seattle.
This is Charlie Jones, Sam Rutigliano. Seattle out in front of San Diego 14-10. Moschino kicking to Danny Green. Green at the 25 and returns 5 yards to the 30, a 39-yard punt. We'll take a timeout. The Seahawks have the lead, and we'll be back. To go in the first half. It is Seattle 14, San Diego 10. San Diego moved out in front 10-0. A Fouts to James touchdown pass. A Thomas 21-yard field goal. And then Craig to Turner for 34 yards and Kurt Warner from 3 yards out. That has been the score. Craig a little pump fake, and he drops it off to David Hughes, and Hughes is cut down at the 37-yard line, so he'll pick up about 7 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 3. Gil Bird made the tackle, but that time with the line of scrimmage at Seattle 30, he was reading deep first. Craig wanted to go deep. He was reading deep and coming back middle and then short.
He was going.
First down.
Penalty on Lee Williams.
58, Mike Green looks like
yes.
he's hurt. He's the best run defender they have inside. He's the leading tackler on their team.
The penalty taking the ball to the San Diego 49-yard line.
It's 2 judgmental penalties, one by Lyndon King, 57, and now roughing the passer, that gives Seattle the field position that they so sorely need in their philosophy.
Mistakes that you cannot make against that good ball club. They'll come back to haunt you every time. Kurt Warner, maybe a yard, and that is all. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Chuck Ian led the defense.
The difference between that and the successful runs before is the defense did not allow him to see any holes in any area. See, the defense has to make sure everybody controls their hole. If they play it that way, they can stop them.
Daryl Turner wide to the near side. Largett splits to the top of the screen. Kurt Warner. 43-yard line. He'll pick up 5 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down and 4. Harry Nelson making the tackle. Nelson in as an inside linebacker, replacing Mike Green, who was shaken up a moment ago, as you saw, and came to the sideline.
Pick up the 4 yards.
Now you're seeing the NBA. The nickel offense comes in and the nickel defense comes in. All kinds of situation substitution. Both teams playing the percentages.
And Seattle going with 4 wide receivers. Flag is down. Bragg goes down. And as soon as he slides down, it's hands off. As soon as he starts that feet first slide, new rule, it is hands off.
We have a holding penalty on Seattle.
But with the loss on the play back to the 47-yard line, it'll be 4th and 9, so I imagine they'll refuse it and let him kick.
They're doing that right now. 17 is running off the field.
Holding. Number 61 on the offense.
That's
Penalty
the guard,
is declined. 4th down.
And Jeff West is in to kick for Seattle. Lionel James, a deep back. Anthony Steele, the up back on the return. And West is kicking off the skin part of the infield. He says here you've got to get over the ball. Flag down. Cannot plant it. Expect to slide. Fair catch is called for. Bounce and covered is down at the 11-yard line. There is a marker drop to the 50-yard line. A 36-yard punt.
Usually you have someone on the offense releasing upfield too fast.
Illegal procedure against Seattle. And the Seattle player down covering is shaken up.
It looks like a knee. He's holding his right knee. The trainers are out there. Can't pick up his number as yet.
Got 7 men on the line by the offense. Still 4th down.
And illegal formation is the call against the Seahawks.
That's a good sign. He's up on his feet. It's
And
number
it's
86.
Mike Tice, the tight end. Tice 6'7", 250 pounds. You notice the size. He's bigger than everybody there.
I wish Lionel James this time would take the thrill out of catching that punt.
He may put it back in.
That's right. Right now you need to catch that ball on the fly. That ball doesn't bounce as well as a baseball.
So Jeff West will be kicking again. And Lionel James is set for the return. Oh, this is a good one. He'll let this one go to the end zone if it makes it. And it does. A 52-yard kick by Jeff West. It's a touchback. We'll bring it back to the 20-yard line in just a moment. With Bob, and there he is, and his entire family that works with it. Started over at Balboa Stage so many, many years ago. Oh, yes. Way to go. Now, let's address ourselves to this man, Dan Fouts. And he is taking pressure, and it's got to start bothering him because his backs are not picking up the blitz.
That's right. He took a shot on the goal line by Fred Young that I think disjointed him a little bit.
And he was concerned about that before the ball game.
That's right. We talked a great deal about that.
He does not have a running attack, and he does not have backs that are picking up the blocks. Here's Lionel James. James out of bounds at the 32-yard line. Shelton Robinson was there, a gain of 12 and a first down. So let's see what Fouts does. He's going to go quicker with the count. He's going to get rid of the ball quicker. He's not going to go deep. He's going to go with patterns such as you see right here.
This is a handoff. They're covering deep. Lionel James takes the ball. He's running away from 57, Shelton Robinson, and this is what they have to do. Don Coryell's biggest concern yesterday was protecting Dan Fouts.
First down, 32-yard line. Fouts over the middle. It's there. Tight end Eric Sievers. A flag is down on the play. Sievers goes to the 48-yard line of Seattle. It's about 20 yards. But the marker will be holding against San Diego. They'll bring it back.
That's a tough break. They would have had the ball across the 50-yard line. Apparently there was a break in coverage. There's Carlos Bradley, who was hurt on the opening kickoff, and he's very important to San Diego.
67 on the offense. Still first down.
Call on Ed White.
Curtis Bradley is important to San Diego because he's their nickel linebacker.
It'll be first down and 20, and by that you mean their fifth linebacker that comes in.
Exactly.
Looking for pass coverage, yards penalized. Chargers 4 for 50, Seahawks 2 for 10. First and 20, the ball at the 22-yard line. Seattle 14, San Diego 10. 6 in the secondary for the Hawks. Here's the draw and lose yardage. James gets the call, and he'll lose a couple. Greg Gaines was there. Gaines is the nickel linebacker for the Seahawks.
Tackle by number 56, Greg Gaines.
They'll mark it at the 20, and it's second and 22.
This is the kind of game that San Diego can't play. Seattle's defense wants the field to be very long for the offense, and Coryell right now is very concerned. Penalties are going to hurt this football team. They had the ball up on the 50-yard line.
Bounce incomplete. James tripped, and he would have been open.
That's it, Dan. Get on him.
Bounce is saying that I think he thinks that he was tripped. But I believe James just tripped himself, didn't he? That's the way I saw it.
Yeah. I don't think there was any pass interference.
No.
He's wide open in the middle, but he slips right there on his own. He's never even touched by 44 Kenny Easley.
Now it's third down and 22. San Diego's converted only 1 of 7 third down opportunity. This one is 22 yards away. Young comes in to put some pressure on.
James.
He's there. He's going to be a yard short. Dave Brown had him. He was stretching for it. He may have picked it up.
I can't believe they didn't pick up that offside. They did not pick up the offside, and Charlie Joyner was clearly offside. Why didn't they do that when I was coaching? There's Charlie Joyner, leading receiver.
They're bringing the ball back now and placing it down. San Diego claiming they're not placing it where it was. The chains, the marker that you see here is only for kind of give you an idea. The chains are on the other side of the field. Now the officials made a mistake here by picking up the ball and moving it. They should have left it down, held it down, and brought the chains across.
I'm going to vote for you for commissioner, Charlie.
Well, it was a mistake. They should have done it. Regardless of which way it goes, they should not have done it. Mechanically, they made a mistake.
You're exactly right. Well, I guess that's why they have erases on pencils.
They made it.
22 yards.
They needed 22 yards, and they got it. It was third down and 22. And that is only the second time they've converted on a third down opportunity. So it was a first down San Diego. They're on 42-yard line. Holohan in motion. Fouts to throw. Deep over the middle into double coverage. And Joyner almost pulls it down. And a flag is down on the play.
Got a holding penalty. Charlie Joyner really felt that he got both hands on that ball, and he should have made the catch.
It will go against San Diego. Seattle will take the penalty, and the ball will move back to the 32-yard line, and it will be first down and 20.
Holding number 74 on the offense. Still first down.
On the rookie, the #1 draft choice, Jim Lachey.
Jim Lachey, the #1 draft choice out of Ohio State. I would rather he hold Jeff Bryant than turn him loose on Dan Fouts. But don't do it too often, Jim.
First down and 20. San Diego at their own 32-yard line. Fouts, pass is complete. 45-yard line, a gain of 13.
That's the man that needs to be in this offense.
Wes Chandler. And Taylor drops him. We'll take another look.
Let's watch the protection. Dan is focused upfield. Good protection. Come back for the ball. Hits him right between the 8 and 9, and they needed that. They're close to the 50-yard line.
6 minutes and 15 seconds left to go. First half, Seattle leads 14-10.
Blitz.
Sweep to the right side with James. And James may pick up another first down.
They got a first down, Charlie.
Kenny Easley makes the tackle right at the end of the play. 47-yard line of Seattle.
Here's Lionel James, number 26. He's looking for the hole. Now it turns up inside, breaks a tackle, 2 tackles, spins, goes forward, gets the first down. And if the Chargers can have any semblance of a running game, they're going to move the football today.
Twice they've been faced with 1st and 20 in this drive. And twice they have come back to pick up the first down. Tim Spencer. 44-yard line. Gain of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Jacob Green and Joe Nash join hands for the tackle for the Seahawks. The line of scrimmage is Seattle 44-yard line. Fouts with 1 touchdown pass in the ball game. And that was to Lionel James.
Blitz 50.
7 in the secondary. Eric Sievers, first down, 32-yard line. Gain of 12.
They picked up number 50 that time.
50 being Fred Young, the linebacker who was blitzing. John Harris with the tackle.
Number 44, John Harris, along with number 41, Eugene Robinson.
Second quarter, Green Bay leading the Giants 10-6. Atlanta at half in front of the 49ers, 10-0. Second quarter, Minnesota 17, Tampa Bay 3. First down, San Diego at the Seattle 32. Incomplete. Eric Sievers, the intended receiver. Fred Young had the coverage, and the pass was too high. Fouts has completed 16 of 24 for 206 yards.
It's important at this stage of the game right now for them to come out with points. They've driven the ball, they've held on to it, which is good for their defense. The best thing they can do offensively, San Diego, is to keep their defense off the field. It's important now they get 1 more completion and get in field goal range.
2nd and 10, 32. Seattle with the starting 11 players, a standard 3-4 set. James to the left. Inside the 25 to the 23, and flags are down. John Harris brought him down. Was it a face mask?
It looked like a face mask, and the ball's inside the 25, and it's going to go up inside the 20 now. The running game is going to take pressure.
And it's a first down for San Diego.
Watch James now as he goes to the outside. Now he breaks up inside, got a good block, and now he's going to break a couple of tackles, and there's the penalty. John Harris, number 44.
And with the penalty, the ball goes to the 18-yard line, and it's first down. And San Diego started this drive back at their own 20. 3 minutes and 42 seconds, and counting, time remaining, second quarter. Little fake of the draw.
Charlie Joyner.
Defender falls down, and Joyner has a touchdown. Dave Rabb fell down 18 yards. Touchdown.
Charlie Joyner is isolated on number 22, Dave Brown. What he did there was get separation. Now Brown falls to the ground, but he didn't fall accidentally. It was Charlie Joyner's move to the inside, and now San Diego is up.
San Diego now leading by 2, 16-14. And here's Bob Thomas with the extra point attempt. And it's blocked. Joe Nash blocks the extra point attempt. And Nash is known for that. And just kind of file that away in your memory bank. That can come back to haunt you.
He blocked 2 field goals last year. Joe Nash, number 72, blocked 2 field goals in 1984 and went. Okay, Fouts fakes the draw play. He's got plenty of protection. Gets the ball up to the outside. Joyner gets good separation. Dave Brown, number 22, falls down. And there's number 18, Charlie Joyner, the leading receiver in the history of this game.
You're right. It just keeps rolling right along. That is 661 starting today. And Largent is 9th on the all-time list and 2nd on the active list.
We've got ourselves a ball game. As long as they can pass protect for Dan Fouts, and they showed that they could run the ball a little bit, this is going to be a great scoring game.
It's San Diego 16, Seattle 14. There's the drive, 80 yards in 12 plays. And it took exactly 5 minutes, capped by the 18-yard touchdown pass. Morris at the 5-yard line. Randall to the 15, the 20. And returns it 25 yards to the 30-yard line. So the Seahawks offense well rested. They've been on the sidelines. Will go to work on their own 30-yard line with 3:21 left to go in the first half. Mark Fellows of the Chargers down on the kickoff team making the tackle. Today's telecast presented by authority of the National Football League, intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of the San Diego Chargers and the National Football League is prohibited. Chargers lead by 2. Slot right side. Here's Kurt Warner. Sweep to the left. Hughes does not lay the block on the corner. That was Gil Byrd moving up, the strong safety that made the play. And you point out that David Hughes did not make the block because 9 times out of, that's the exception, 9 times out of 10, he lays the defender out. He is a great lead blocker for Kurt Warner.
San Diego defense is well rested, and I think, as I said before, that's going to be very important today.
Largent comes wide to the near side. Darrell Turner to the far side. 2nd and 10. You look for Craig to throw here. He's got Warner in the left flat, but he goes deep. Turner, and he's out of bounds. 3rd down and 10. 30-yard line.
A receiver, there's 81, Darrell Turner. A receiver has to know where he's on the field all the time. It's up to him, really, to make sure he stays in bounds. I don't think he moved inside enough. He's got to put both feet down. Let's take a good look at it. The ball is outside. I think that's a little difficult. I will take that back. I don't think Turner could have stayed in bounds.
3rd down and 10. Who does he go to here? Largent? Your control receiver.
Largent, the control receiver, will get enough for the first down. Watch out for the blitz.
Largent.
He's open.
He's got it. Big play. 30-yard line of San Diego. 40 yards on the play.
Charlie, I think that San Diego went to the well once too often. 2 blitzes have really hurt them. And there's Steve Largent, number 80, who beat the defender one-on-one. There's Largent, there's Craig in a shotgun. Largent's isolated. The blitz is too late. And number 23, Danny Walters, is on him, and Largent just concentrates, watches the ball, and the defender, it's too much pressure on the defender.
But don't forget, Craig with a perfect pass. And he was staring a blitz in the face. First down, San Diego 30. 2:20 left to go. First half. Here's Warner. 27-yard line. Kurt will pick up 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7. San Diego leading Seattle by 2, 16-14. We'll be moving on the 2-minute mark. Time remaining in the first half. And the 2-minute warning will now be given to both benches. The score, San Diego 16, Seattle 14.
Pick up of 3 yards.
Better known as NFL 85. They'll be coming up at halftime with all the scores and highlights of the second weekend of the National Football League. Second down and 7. The ball to the 27-yard line of San Diego.
Watch number 81.
Overthrow. Darrell Turner, the intended receiver. And it will be third down and 7 back at the 27-yard line. I expect Craig here to go to the end zone again.
When you make the decision on first down, now they're coming in with 4 receivers, and the NBA game is taking place right now in situation substitution. There's Chuck Knox. He's got to feel pretty good at this point.
Because he also feels that with Norm Johnson from here, if he does not either pick up the first down or score, he's got a 45-yard field goal attempt, and Norm Johnson, that's well within his range. Third and 7. From the shotgun. Dornick is the blocking back. There's pressure. And Craig is wrapped up by Lee Williams.
Is he in a shotgun? He's dropping straight back. The pressure's coming from 99 on the outside, Lee Williams, but I also think they had good coverage. David Craig was a little indecisive because of the coverage. And there's number 23, Danny Walters, hurt on the field. Now that's their starting corner. They can't afford to have him go down right now. There's Lee Williams, who has had 2 sacks today, and it certainly came at the right time, because with the score 16-14, it took them out of field goal range. And it looks like Danny Walters, number 23, is going to be okay. That blocked extra point looms big right now. That's why that sack is even more important to the San Diego Chargers. And there's Danny Walters, 23, and apparently he's okay.
The line of scrimmage will be the 38-yard line. It'll be 4th down and 18. With 1:48 left to go in the first half. So right now, the Chargers' 2-point margin in the first half seems to be secure. And it was the sack of Lee Williams that took Seattle out of field goal range. As a quarterback comparison, Craig has thrown for 101 yards. Fouts has thrown for 224, but Fouts has thrown almost twice as many passes. 7 of 13 and 17 of 25. And here's Jeff West to kick. Right-footed kicker. Normally when he goes to the corner, he will go to the left side, so the right foot will follow through to the left side. That's the better side, and he goes for it.
He's going in the end zone.
And he's not going to make it. Did not hook it quite enough. So it will be a touchback. We'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. And San Diego will go to work with 1:40 to go in the first half. It'll be interesting to see what San Diego does here. Basically, they do not have much of a running attack. They have to do it on the arm of Fouts. They lead by 2, 1:40. They're deep in their own territory at their own 20-yard line. I would assume they'll just stay conservative, run out the clock, and try and head for the locker room with a status quo.
I hope not. I hope they get the ball upfield and not be tentative. And they're not.
You're right. A flag is down. Lionel James was looking back. Keith Simpson had the coverage on it, and the flag was dropped to the 31-yard line. Holding.
Number 42 on a defense.
On Keith Simpson. Defensive holding, first down.
Keith Simpson's had a hamstring pull, and he was their starting corner. Number 20, Terry Taylor, took his job over. But Lionel James has been an integral part of this first half as a runner and a pass receiver.
James is the littlest man. The shortest man is really the right terminology. 5'6.5", but weighs in at 170 pounds. Shortest man in the National Football League, but playing tall today. First down, 25-yard line. And here is James. He breaks it to the 35. 1 man to go. Could not get past John Harris. Picked up 17 yards. It could have been 75. Ever so close. Harris saves this touchdown.
Use your timeouts. Use your timeouts. You're up in good field position.
Chargers have 2, Seattle 3 left in this half. receivers, an over-the-shoulder catch. Seattle 30-yard line. Dave Brown with the tackle.
Timeout.
29 yards on the play. Boy, who said anything about status quo and sitting on the ball at a 2-point and going to the halftime? We'll take a timeout and we'll be back in just a moment. Don't go away. And he reached over John Harris. Severs is 6'3", Harris is 6'2". And every little inch counts.
I think Harris was going up to try to intercept it, and Severs had good position on it. Right now, they have 2 timeouts left. It's very important that they get in the end zone.
Only one timeout.
They're down to 1 timeout.
Fouts is thrown in the first half for 251 yards.
Chandler.
It's
Get out of bounds.
Out of bounds. 20-yard line. Terry Jackson chasing him. 50 seconds left in the half.
There's nobody in football in this situation that's better than Dan Fouts. What he's going to look for now, Charlie, is where he can find the one-on-one. And don't be surprised if it's not Eric Severs, number 85, because they're going to overplay Charlie Joyner and Wes Chandler. There's Don Coryell on the sideline. And that's a key, 19 first downs to 9 for Seattle.
Fouts throws. Caught. Chandler. Touchdown.
Chandler releases outside. He's on Dave Brown, 22. Easley's doubling. Now he goes inside. Kenny Easley should never have given up that inside position. Kenny should have taken it away.
Fouts is thrown for 3 touchdowns in the ballgame. To Charlie Joyner, Wes Chandler, and Lionel James. Here's the extra point. Flags are down.
Number 63 on the defense. Point counts. 5 yards on the kickoff.
Holding on Reggie Kinlaw. The extra point counts. It is San Diego 23 and Seattle 14 with 43 seconds left to go in the first half. Let's go back to that 3rd touchdown pass of the game for Fouts.
Look at the protection. He can count the house. Looks to the right. Looks upfield. Looks to the left. And Chandler gets inside double coverage. Easley inside number 45. And Kenny Easley, number 45, should not have given that inside position away because Dave Brown, 22, had him from the outside. But we said on the top, Wes Chandler has to be an integral part of this offense and has to make the big plays.
Chandler, first half, 7 receptions, 114 yards, and 1 touchdown. First half, Dan Fouts, 20 of 28, 282 yards in the first half, and 3 touchdowns. San Diego 23, Seattle 14. Moshiko will be kicking off for San Diego. Randall Morris and Danny Green for Seattle. The deep backs on the return. Green on the far side and Morris on the near side. 43 seconds left to go in an explosive first half of football.
Woo! We have a ball game.
Oh, yes.
I think Dan Fouts is an important part of this game.
Is he ever? Through the end zone. Seattle will go to work on their own 20-yard line first down. The time remains the same, still 40 seconds, because in the last 2 minutes of each half, the clock does not start until the ball has been touched in the field of play. Was not touched. Bring it out to the 20. Still 40 seconds to go. Now let's see what Dave Craig and the Seahawks do. Will they go up top or will they go for status quo?
No, I think they'll sit on the ball right now.
But they've got 4 wide receivers.
Well, that's probably why I'm in the booth. They're probably going to throw the ball.
Well, let's see.
But if they have, that's right, they have 4 wide receivers in the game, and they have a field goal kicker who can can hit a 50-yarder.
And they have Dan Dornick in, who is always, you know, in a third down specialty.
Right.
So we look for him to be in a shotgun formation with Dornick back and correct the throw.
And they do have all their timeouts. If they complete the ball in the middle of the field, they'll call a timeout right away. Lodgett.
And he misses it. He had time to throw, good coverage in the secondary, and then he got pressure, had to get rid of it. Danny Walters had the coverage.
You will not see any blitzes in this situation.
Wait, I've got a question.
On the part of San Diego.
Wasn't there 40 seconds to go?
Yes.
There was 43 officially. 43 officially. Because now it says 38, and so they held the count of the clock. So the clock is now back to official. I knew that play took more than 2 seconds. Okay. Second down and 10, 20-yard line. Officially now 38 seconds.
San Diego is in deep coverage. They're only bringing 3 defensive linemen. Craig is going to have plenty of time. Get out of bounds. Get out of bounds.
Byron Franklin
Timeout.
has acquired the trade from Buffalo. And Seattle takes their timeout. Lyndon King for the defense. 30 seconds left to go in the first half. San Diego 23, Seattle 14. The ball at the 28-yard line, so it'll be third down and 2. Good crowd on hand, almost 58,000. Should be here on a beautiful day in Southern California. Timeouts left. The Seahawks have 2, and the Chargers have 1. And Sam, did you figure coming into the ballgame that it would be this explosive, particularly in the first half?
Well, I didn't think that San Diego would be this successful throwing the ball upfield against that type of defense. Apparently, they've done a good job pass protecting. The thing that I think is very important is that Lionel James has really been an integral part, and he's taken a lot of pressure off. And then all the stars are there. Charlie Joyner and especially Wes Chandler with 7 catches in the first half. And Dan Fouts needs that.
And they're going against, as many feel, the best defense in the National Football League.
Without question, which even makes it that much better.
Third down and 2. Largent incomplete. Stopping the clock, 25 seconds. And it'll be fourth down and 2, so Jeff West will come in to kick. Wayne Davis had the coverage. And for Jeff West, this is his 5th punt in the ballgame. And shows, remember now, San Diego still has 1 timeout remaining. Lionel James is set to return the kick of West. West is not a long-distance kicker. And so the Chargers could end up at about their own 40-yard line, their own 40, 45-yard line.
Complete 1 pass and kick a field goal. Nobody is sitting on the ball today.
Fair catch is called for and taken at the 38-yard line. 34 yards on the kick. Lionel James signaled for the fair catch. 19 seconds, and if I remember the rules, when you signal for a fair catch, that will stop the clock.
Right. Stop the clock now. If he completes 1 pass in the middle, timeout, he might be in position for a long field goal.
San Diego with 3 wide receivers.
Complete.
Deep over the middle, it's there.
Timeout.
Timeout, 36-yard line. Bounce stops the clock, 11 seconds. Terry Taylor makes the tackle, 26 yards. And it's Wes Chandler one more time. Boy, what a first half he has had.
Fouts is dropping back. Seattle's in a zone defense. Chandler finds the hole, comes up to the inside, throws in front of the deep backs, over the linebackers, and now they are in field goal position with 11 seconds to go and no more timeouts. Now they have to be very careful because they cannot complete a pass inbounds or the clock will run out.
Wes Chandler, first half, 8 receptions, 142 yards. Dan Fouts in the first half has now his 41st 300-yard-plus game. 308 yards in the first half, completing 21 of 29 passes.
The bad news for Seattle is you got a half hour to go.
Now Bounce going back in. Are they not going to take the... Does he want to throw again? He has 11 seconds, and I can throw to the end zone and throw it away.
He's got to throw out of bounds or throw to the end zone, because if he completes a pass, they will never have time enough to get the field goal team in there. You need at least 18 seconds without a timeout to line up and kick a field goal, and teams actually work on it.
I would say Chandler wide to the far side. He'll go to Chandler deep in the end zone.
Throw it away, Dan. Throw it away.
Chandler hit on the sideline. They may give him the reception. They'll say no. That's a close call. Terry Taylor hit him. Because if you're in the air and you go after it, you catch it, and you're ridden out by the defender.
It's a reception.
But they say no.
Let's take a look at it. He goes up. He makes the catch. The defender carries him out of bounds. That is a reception. Number 20, Terry Taylor. And that should have been caught inside the 15.
And the side judge, number 97, is Nate Jones. He made the wrong call.
Let's look at another angle. He's up. 20, Terry Taylor knocks him out of bounds. It's close, but I think it was a reception.
53-yard field goal attempt. Bad snap. Knocked away.
Better tackle him.
The ball is still free. It's still there. Seattle comes up with it. The tackle is finally made, and a bizarre ending to the first half. So the score officially at halftime is San Diego 23 and Seattle 14. Could have been more. We don't want to harp on it. We'll mention it one time and then let it go away. We believe, Sam and I, poor call on the far sideline by the side judge, Nat Jones. It should have been a reception, but if they get a bad snap, who knows what might have happened.
There's no question about it, and the official was right on it. The official was right on it. If the defender is pushed out of bounds, pushes him out of bounds, and doesn't give him a chance to come down, that's very close. Yep. And it looked to me, there's Schultz, number 58, that it was a reception, and that could have meant the field goal.
At halftime, the score, San Diego 23, Seattle 14. NFL 85 halftime activities will continue after these messages from your local station.
All his receivers, he's got 352 total yards. He's got 306 yards passing, and it's going to be unbelievable as we look at it right now as to what can happen in the second half. He may eclipse more yardage than have ever been thrown in one game.
Yeah, we're going to get out the record book to see what is going on. Here is Dan Fouts. Fouts came into the ballgame with a lot of concerns, a lot of worries. He was worried because he does not have a running game. He was worried because, Curtis Adams, who was their leading rusher in preseason and who they were counting on, he went down. He's out with injury. He's on injured reserve. He was worried because he didn't have any backs that could pick up blockers, that could block for him and pick up the blitz. So he had all of these things on his mind, and yet he threw for more than 306. And here is Dave Craig. He came in, with Kurt Warner back, with everything ready to go, and right now it is Craig who's got the problems going the second half. He's got to start generating some offense, and some big offense.
Well, the problem right now, Charlie, is Craig can't play if Dan Fouts is on the field.
That's right.
What they have to do is get the ball and get it to their deep receivers.
Randall Morris is going to return the kickoff out of the end zone. And he just keeps going and works his way to the 25-yard line. So Seattle will go to work on their own 25. First down. We open the second half. The Chargers out in front of the Seahawks, 23-14. And for Dan Fouts, that record-setting first half. We pause briefly for station identification. This is the NBC Television Network.
This is KING-TV, Channel 5, Seattle.
This is Charlie Jones, Sam Rutigliano in San Diego, where the Chargers lead the Seahawks, and Seattle has the opening offensive drive. Little play action fake, or did Craig miss the handoff?
Craig missed the handoff. He was going to give the ball to David Hughes, number 46, for the very first time, and he missed the handoff. Craig is giving the ball to 46, but number 46 hit the hole too wide. He wasn't as close to the quarterback as he should have been.
Okay.
It'll be 2nd down and 9. They'll mark it just past the 25-yard line, so he'll pick up a yard. And now Darrell Turner comes wide to the near side. Largent is flanked to the far side, and Charlie Young, the tight end, is open on the left side. Little touch pass to Kurt Warner. Warner down the sidelines and out of bounds. 1st down at the 42-yard line. Jeffrey Dale bumped him out. A pickup of 22 yards on the play.
Getting Warner in the game. Now this is what a good athlete does, a quarterback. He sets, gets a little pressure, moves to the outside, finds the receiver. Warner's on the linebacker, number 28. 58, Mike Green cannot cover Kurt Warner in the open field. And I might add, Warner in the passing game will also help, aside from getting the ball upfield.
I'm going to give you a little correction. A gain of 16 to the 42. 1st down. Craig has time, throws, it's low, he goes to Turner. Turner squirms to the 49-yard line, so he has 7. And it'll be 2nd down and 3 as Wayne Davis, the rookie out of Indiana State, is there for San Diego.
It's obvious Seattle has changed. They're now trying to get the ball upfield and throw the football to get better field position, and they've got to get some points on the board.
All they need is another touchdown. They're right back in the middle of things. Because remember, San Diego had an extra point attempt blocked by Joe Nash. So rather than a 3-point margin, should they get close, it'll only be a 2-point margin. And here's Kurt Warner. Cut off inside, goes out, slides through, picks up the 1st down, 44-yard line of San Diego. A gain of 7 on the play and the 1st down. 37, Jeffrey Dale, number 2 draft choice from LSU. One of the 2 rookies in the secondary for San Diego is there. And Kurt Warner is limping just a little bit, but he's all right.
Warner's in typical I formation, gets the ball, now runs laterally, jitter steps a little bit, now breaks to the inside, breaks a tackle and falls forward, and Jeffrey Dale, number 37, makes the play.
1st down, 44-yard line.
Pass!
Randall Morris going deep into double coverage. Tipped away. Darrell Turner saved the interception. Randall Morris did not fool anybody. Jeffrey Dale knocked it away. Chargers dropped back double coverage on Darrell Turner. Well scouted. They were looking for that one.
They were looking for that one. It's a pitch off the I formation. 43 is running to the outside, stops. He's got one receiver, number 81, throws it up, and I think Darrell Turner does a good job of knocking it away because we have number 37, Jeffrey Dale, right on the ball.
And John Hindley, number 29, also there. He and Jeffrey Dale.
And they all go up for the ball, and Jeffrey Dale and John Hindley knocks the ball out of Turner's hands.
2nd and 10. Kurt Warner. 39-yard line. Gain of 5. And it'll be 3rd down and 5. Mike Green was there for San Diego. 12.5 minutes to go in the 3rd. And a check of baseball today. A final, Mets over Montreal. Final, St. Louis defeating the Cubs. A final, Cincinnati downs L.A. A final, Toronto over New York. A final, Oakland over Kansas City. 6th inning on the other score. 4 receivers for Seattle. 3rd down and 5. Throwing underneath the coverage. The pass is complete to Darrell Turner. He'll get it at the point of the reception, which was the 33-yard line. He needed 5. He gets 6. He has the 1st down. Good call to the officials. Wayne Davis with the tackle. So Seattle taking the opening drive of the 2nd half, starting at their own 25-yard line, have now moved to the 33-yard line of San Diego. Kurt Warner has rushed for 68 yards, receiving 34 yards, so he's over the total 100-yard mark. 13 rushes and 5 receptions, and he scored a touchdown. And here he comes again. Slips a tackle. Could have been a loss of a yard. He turns it into a gain of 4, maybe 5 yards on the play.
Walker. And on the stop, number 37, Tipperdale.
Gain of 4 to the 29. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
One of the prime requisites is to be able to elude tacklers. Now watch him bounce to the outside. He's tackled. He's tackled. He should be down. Then he goes back to the inside, and he makes an outstanding 6 or 7 yard run.
Darrell Turner out for a breather. Byron Walker has replaced him as a wide receiver. There's pressure. He gets the pass off, and it is incomplete, throwing it out of bounds. Walker came down with it, but in reality, because of the pressure by San Diego, Craig was really throwing the ball away. He was not trying to make the completion. It'll be 3rd down and 6, 29-yard line. And Seattle will now have 4 wide receivers, and the Chargers will bring in 2 more defensive backs.
I've been very impressed by the Chargers' sacks and the pressure that they're putting on the quarterback. I didn't think they could do that with that offensive line of Seattle.
They gambled twice on 2 blitzes, and they got burned those 2 times for touchdown.
You want to be careful here. Watch number 80, Steve Largent, at the bottom of your screen.
It is Turner. Out of bounds, 6-yard line. Gain of 23 yards on the play, 1st down and goal to go. And at halftime, you said this was the man. If you're going upfield, you've got to go to Darrell Turner.
They've got to go him. He's on the same side as Steve Largent, shotgun formation. David Craig, number 17. He's going to look upfield, wait for Turner to cross the field. He's running away from defenders. He's wide open, number 81, Darrell Turner. He's up to the 6-yard line, and we said they have to get him the ball, and now they're on the 6-yard line, ready to get right back into this ball game.
But also the offensive line of the Seahawks gave Craig all the time in the world to throw. He could wait and wait and wait, and he did.
Particularly on a crossing pattern.
2 tight ends. 1st down, goal to go. 6-yard line. Hughes the remaining back.
Largent.
There he is. Touchdown, Seattle. Six-yard touchdown pass from Dave Craig to Steve Largent. A 75-yard drive in 11 plays without a mistake.
Craig throws to Steve Largent, number 80, who is one-on-one at number 20, the rookie, and he sits in the end zone, and you can see that right from the line of scrimmage. When Steve Largent is one-on-one, here he comes back in a short drop. Steve Largent, number 80, is on number 20. He's in the end zone, and the mistake that Wayne Davis, number 20, made, Charlie, is you don't defend the end zone. You defend the goal line. He gave him too much depth.
Opening drive of the 2nd half took 5 minutes and 18 seconds, covered 75 yards in 11 plays. Largent to Hall and Norm Johnson to pull Seattle within 2. And it's good. The score is San Diego 23 and Seattle 21. The margin 2 points, 10:42 left to go in the 3rd.
Today's game is brought to you by Ford, who invites you to drive the new Ford Escort. Have you driven a Ford lately? By the U.S. Armed Forces, it's a great place to start. And by GTE, advancing technology in telecommunications and electrical products.
10 minutes and 42 seconds. That is the time remaining, 3rd quarter. Seattle pulling within 2 of San Diego, 23-21. And Norm Johnson of the Seahawks will be kicking off to either Lionel James or Anthony Steele. Lionel James takes the ball at the 4. He's to the 15. Return yardage to his receiving and rushing, and Lionel James has been everywhere. And for Norm Johnson, just a sidebar note, hang time on the kickoff, 4 seconds even. 3rd quarter score, Green Bay 17, the New York Giants 6. 3rd quarter score. Well, the 49ers are getting something going, finally, leading Atlanta by 1, 14-13. 3rd quarter score, Minnesota 27, Tampa Bay 10. The magic of Bud Grant continues. Throwing, and he goes deep. Triple coverage. It is caught by Wes Chandler. I believe it's further than that. Let's check. It is further. From the 21-yard line of San Diego to the 34-yard line of Seattle.
That's the second time they double covered him. Fouts gets the ball away. Watch 89 Chandler's concentration. Concentrate on the ball. Kenny easily plays it as well as you possibly can. But there you saw a great receiver with great concentration. Watch 89 Wes Chandler. He's being covered as well as you can be covered, but he's a great athlete.
45 yards on the play. Here's Tim Spencer, right side, to the 29-yard line. So he has 5, second down and 5. Wes Chandler, that was his 9th reception, receiving 187 yards.
I just went to my second pencil on Dan Fouts.
Second down and 5. Fouts now has completed 22 of 31, 351 yards and 3 touchdowns.
What a ball game.
Throws, passes, complete, tight end, Sievers, 10, 5, 4-yard line. John Harris, along with Dave Brown, a gain of 24. Eric Sievers with the reception and the run. It's first down, goal to go to mark it at the 5. You've got to give Fouts time to throw.
That's the key, Charlie. The barbed wire fence. He's got time to steps up in the pocket. He's got time to count the house. And when you do that with Dan Fouts, I hate to be redundant, but he's going to have a big, big day.
And an excellent block by Ed White, who came back and picked off a Seattle Seahawk. Chargers 3 tight ends, 5-yard line, first down, goal to go.
Don't run the ball, Dan.
Touchdown. Eric Sievers 5 yards away. 4th touchdown pass for Fouts. He's thrown to Joyner, to Chandler, to James, and now to Sievers. Sievers 5 receptions, 75 yards.
It's a short drop. He's looking for Sievers to bounce off, almost to the rebound position. He reaches out and makes an outstanding catch, but Dan Fouts threw the ball away from the defender, and he is really excited. And number 85, Eric Sievers.
And Sievers in the grasp of Keith Butler is still leaned across for the score. Here's the extra point attempt by Talent. One has been blocked today. This one is low and to the left. It is no good. So the score remains 29-21. The Chargers have missed 2 extra points. 1 minute, 55 seconds, 79 yards, 4 plays. Touchdown pass to Sievers. Mojinko kicking up. Here's Randall Morris from the 5, 15, 20, and returns to the 22-yard line. May have been shaken up on the play. The Chargers have had 1 extra point attempt blocked. They have missed 1 to the left. Here's Ralph Benershka. He has a bad groin pull. He'll be out for at least 4 weeks. He's on the sideline, but he's an official photographer. He said he didn't want to sit up in the booth. He wanted to be down there where the action was, so they made him a photographer.
They're winning, and I don't think Coach Coryell is too upset about Ralph Benershka is taking film of the extra point and field goal tries.
We'll take a timeout. Chargers lead it 29-21. On the kickoff return is still down. And we can show you the hit. We believe it's number 37, Jeffrey Dale, the rookie number 2 draft choice from LSU, that comes in from the side and hits it.
It looks like he gets hit either on the shoulder or in the head. Let's hope that it's not very serious.
Well, then he comes down on the foot of a Charger, and that may have knocked him out also. 31. All right. Then we also report that it's Anthony Corley, number 31, that made it. So we're really not sure. Corley is just recently acquired this week.
The reason he was acquired, he came from the Pittsburgh Steelers, was because he was a dynamite special team performer.
There's Don Coryell, the head coach of the San Diego Chargers. We have 8 minutes and 39 seconds. That is the time remaining in the third quarter. And of course, as soon as we have a report on Randall Morris, we will give it to you.
I think this is probably one of the most difficult things to handle as a coach. When one of your players get hurt and there's a timeout and the game goes on, your defensive team's in a huddle, your offensive team's in a huddle, and there's Chuck Knox right now very concerned about it.
All right, we'll check the scoreboard. Third quarters. Green Bay in front of the Giants now 17-13. So the Giants coming back in that ball game. Minnesota still leading over Tampa Bay 24-16. That game is in the fourth quarter. Third quarter, Denver at 31, New Orleans 9. That game at Mile High Stadium in Denver. And those are the other games going on at the same time as this one. Now let's check the finals of games earlier today. Chicago defeated New England 20-7. As you can see, of course, Randall Morris is going to be taken to the locker room. And they have x-ray equipment here so they can check him out immediately. St. Louis 41, Cincinnati 27. That is a final. Washington just edging Houston. Oilers they're the surprise team, 16-13. Detroit 26, Dallas 21. Big upset. Thought we had upsets last week. Well, here's one this week is just as big. The Jets, after losing to the Raiders big, they defeat Buffalo big, 42-3. 17 for the Rams and 6 for Philadelphia. The Rams, by the way, will be playing Seattle next Monday night, a week from tomorrow night, the home opener for the Seahawks, and Eric Dickerson will be back for that one. The Seahawks were hoping it would be a week later before he joined the Rams. Final, Miami 30 at Indianapolis 13, but the Colts made a better showing this week. And Randall Morris played his collegiate ball in Tennessee, his high school ball at Long Beach Poly. And as soon as we have a report, we will pass that on to you. And Seattle has the ball at their own 22-yard line, first down. 8 minutes and 39 seconds. That is the time remaining third quarter. Two receivers, Darrell Turner and Steve Largent, wide to the near side. The tight end Charlie Young is flexed out just a couple of yards at the top of your screen. And here's Kurt Warner. 3 yards to the 25. It'll be second down and 7. And interesting, during preseason when I saw Kurt Warner, there was always, every time he carried the ball, there was always a question mark. I have the feeling when people watched him last week in the opener, there was kind of a question mark. We're now in the second half of the second game, and it's as if Sam, he's completely healed. You don't think about that. You think about only what he can do as a football player.
There's no question about it. He has his self-confidence back. That's the most important thing.
Kurt Warner, 15 carries, and he's rushed for 76 yards. So he's on, flag is down. He's on his way to a 100-yard game. Tight end Charlie Young on the receiving end goes out to the 37, maybe the 38-yard line, but there were 2 flags down. So we'll go back to that as Woodrow Lowe makes the tackle for the San Diego Chargers. That stops the clock. The flags do with 7:54 left to go in the third. And the penalty will be against San Diego. But with the pickup of the first down, they'll probably refuse it.
Offside. Number 90 on the defense. Penalty is declined. First down.
Call against Fred Robinson. We'll mark the ball at the 37. Third quarter score now. Denver 31 and New Orleans 13.
Darrell Turner just took himself out of the game.
First down, Seattle, their own 37. Play action fake. And it is Largent, comes down with it. And they say yes, that he got both feet in bounds. He'll pick up 17. He worked it right on the sideline, has the first down at the San Diego 47-yard line. Wayne Davis had the coverage. That's just a great reception.
Well, no question about it. Nobody does it better in staying in bounds. It's a play-action pass. He looks like he's going to be pressured on the blitz. He steps up in the pocket. Largent had driven his man deep. Now he came back to the outside, and he makes an outstanding catch. But more importantly, he gets both feet in bounds.
San Diego 46-yard line. They spot the ball. First down, Seattle. So Seattle's second possession. Here's Hughes. 43-yard line, gain of 3. David picks up 3, their second possession in the second half, and they've got another drive going.
And they're getting the ball upfield. And as we said earlier, it's important that they get the ball upfield and throw to Largent and throw to Turner when he's in the game.
Fred Robinson making the stop for San Diego. And when Turner took himself out, he did that in the first half. I'm wondering, it is warming up. The temperature climbing close to 90 degrees. I'm wondering if, you know, he just is, the heat's beginning to get to him just a little bit. He wants to come out for a breather.
Especially when you throw the ball a great deal.
Dave Craig has completed 16 of 25 passes, 200 yards. Two touchdowns. Far side pass is complete. And racing down the sideline is Byron Franklin. And they'll mark it out at the 15-yard line, a gain of 28. First down for Seattle.
They brought a strong safety blitz, number 22, Gilbert, and that's the third time. There's Franklin. Make the tackle. He breaks the tackle and adds at least 15 to 20 yards on the play. Had he tackled him, it would have been a 5-yard gain. He's coming to the outside. It's a blitz. He's got to pick up the ball right away. Now make the tackle. He misses a tackle right there. Number 29.
John Hendy.
And, of course, Byron Franklin adds yardage to it.
Franklin came to the Seahawks in the trade with Buffalo. Metzelar, the tight end, went to the Bills. Play action. Over the middle, and it's there. Touchdown. Darrell Turner, 15 yards. Turner's second touchdown of the ball game. Dave Craig's third touchdown pass. And the Seahawks have pulled within 2 of San Diego, and an extra point conversion would pull within 1.
Let's watch Craig drop back. Good protection. Steps up in the pocket. Turner breaks to the inside. Number 81, and it's too late. He's in the end zone, and some of the corners right now are over defending the end zone. They've got to come up inside and make the play on the ball.
An 88-yard touchdown drive in 6 plays. Norm Johnson, it's good. And Seattle has pulled within 1 of San Diego, 29-28. We'll be back. Lionel James from the 9 to the 20, the 25. And they'll mark it around the 26-yard line. Mike Tice was there for Seattle. And the offense led by Dan Fouts. Fouts has passed for 379 yards today, the NFL record, and he has a shot at it, 509 yards. Vince Ferragamo, when he was with the Rams, and that was on December the 26th, 1982, against the Bears. Fouts has passed for more than 400 yards 4 times. He'll get that one easily. And his best game, his all-time high, is 444. And the numbers just keep adding up. Here's Wes Chandler on the receiving end. Dave Brown was there for Seattle. We have a report now that the NFL record is 554 yards, set by Norm Van Brocklin in 1951. So all that really means is that our record book is wrong. So tell the NFL their record book's wrong.
Blitz, blitz, blitz.
And the draw. Spencer. From the 37 or the 38 to the 40, we'll give him a couple. It'll be second down and 8. John Harris was there for Seattle. So a little bit of a lull, I think a breathing room for everybody in the second half. You can let, just settle down and relax for a moment before the fireworks start. San Francisco leading Atlanta 21-13. He was headed towards the far sideline to make the tackle on Kenny Easley. He thought he had it and was going to be the last man to stop him. Oh, so close.
He would like to have that one back.
Oh, yeah.
And he was very fortunate.
They would both like to have another shot at that
He's
one.
going to step up and throw. He just overthrows the ball. The ball's thrown too high, and Kenny Easley, you will not see that happen very often to number 45, Kenny Easley.
Third down. Wes Chandler is favored receiver. Chandler, 10 receptions, 199 yards. And this one is dropped by Seavers. Little crossing pattern underneath along with Lionel James, but what happened is the realities of it is that Fouts ran out of time. The pressure from the Seahawks defense was just too much, and Keith Simpson was there for the defense. Chuck Knox checking the ready list of plays, and Ralph Moshinko will be punting. This is the 4th time that he has kicked in the ball game, and Danny Green, the rookie from the University of Washington, is set for the return. Now Moshinko is a left-footed kicker, and Green one time in the first half had a little problem with it because it spins the wrong way, so it's like a knuckleball. Good kick. Woo! Gets the point down, but it kicks over into the end zone. 59 yards on the kick, and they'll bring it out to the 20-yard line following the touchback. And we've got 5 minutes and 23 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Next Saturday, NBC Sports continues its coverage of the 1985 baseball season. And what a conclusion we've got in store. Some of you will see the Yankees continuing their pursuit of the American League East crown as they travel to Baltimore to take on the Orioles. Others will watch the Expos battle the high-flying Cardinals in St. Louis. Coverage begins at 3 p.m. Eastern Time with Major League Baseball and Inside Look. The tradition is here. The memories are waiting on the network of the 1985 League Championship Series. Seattle trailing by 1, 29-28, first down, their own 20-yard line. Kurt Warner to the 25, to the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the play, second down and 2, and Gilbert, the strong safety, makes the tackle. And we're moving on the 5-minute mark, time remaining in the third quarter.
8 yards on the carry.
And with the ball being in the air as much as it has, we're going to have a long ball game. This game's going to go about 3 hours and 15 minutes in length because we've had so many passes. Second down and a couple. David Hughes. Hughes needed only to get the ball to the white mark at the 30-yard line. Just as if you were going in for a touchdown, just to break that play, because following the touchback, it was the 20, and that's an automatic call if it touches the 30-yard line. They do not take a measurement in that case. He comes up, as you can see, the nose of the football does not make it to the chalk mark, and so it'll be third down and inches. And there is the record-setting Dan Fouts. He's thrown 4 touchdown passes, headed for his all-time best day. 3 running backs ran as Eric Lane is in as a blocker on the right flank. Third down and just inches to go.
Give Kurt Warner the ball.
And he pops it. He could go all the way. He does it. He gets to the 50. He gets 21 yards, and he almost broke it. Lucius Smith just saved it by jumping aboard.
What happens in a short yardage? You have everybody bunched up. Warner hits up with a good block by Hughes. He hits the crack. There's nobody there. And here comes number 33, Lucius Smith, making a game-saving tackle.
And Kurt Warner now on returning his first 100-yard game. 17 carries, 105 yards. Play action. All the time in the world. Larger 30-yard line. He's got it. First down. Gain of 20. And here come the Hawks. Gilbert at the coverage for San Diego.
They're throwing now a little bit more off play action because that keeps the rush down. Now he's waiting. He could have counted the house on that, and that's Largent coming to the inside. Number 80, Steve Largent, with number 20, the rookie Wayne Davis, covering.
First down. Just outside the San Diego 30. 29-28. 5 on the pattern. Going deep. Turner.
It's a touchdown, maybe.
Did he get it? Yes. Both feet in bounds. Darryl Turner. Turner now has 3 touchdown receptions in the game. And Craig is thrown for 30 yards. He beat Wayne Davis. An 80-yard drive in 5 plays.
Turner, what he has to do right now is catch up with the corner. Now break to the outside. Number 20, Wayne Davis, could not break to the outside. Does a nice job of staying in bounds. And there you have a rookie on an outstanding receiver in Darryl Turner. Craig is dropping back right now. Here we are at the extra point.
Norm Johnson will attempt it. And it's good. And the Seahawks are out in front by a score of 35-29. And Dave Craig now with a slow start, completing 20 of 29, 293 yards. He's thrown for 4 touchdowns. And Darryl Turner has 3 touchdown receptions.
Let's watch Craig with good protection. He throws the ball up. Now Darryl Turner, when he's even, he's leaving and makes an outstanding catch in the corner of the end zone. Once he got even with that cornerback, number 20, Wayne Davis, he left him and the ball was up and it's a touchdown. And we have ourselves a whale of a game. Get the adding machine, Charlie.
Well, I was just looking back. With 14 minutes to go in the first half, Seattle led at that point 14-10. San Diego came back to take the lead 16-14. And since then, San Diego has led, and now Seattle leads by 6, 35-29. And we have 2:22 left in the third.
Charlie, do you think they'll give us a half hour to recap?
It'll take longer. I don't think you can recap the show in a half hour. The drive. It took 3 minutes and 6 seconds. And boy, has Craig been hot in the second half.
I think the thing that's helped him more than anything else, he's throwing the ball up.
Lionel James to the 20. And he returns to the 25-yard line, maybe the 26. Fred Young had the coverage for special teams. Here's a quarterback comparison. Craig, remember, a slow start in the first half, but he has come on 20 of 29, 293 yards. In the second half, Craig has completed 11 of 12 for 185 yards. He and Fouts both have thrown for 4 touchdowns. Fouts has him in the yardage because he's thrown more. 684 yards combined total. Drops this one off to James, and James picks up 8, maybe 9 yards. He will come up shy of the first down. The mark at the 34-yard line, so it'll be second down and a couple to go.
His play selection has been excellent. He's throwing the ball upfield. He's taking some pressure off himself by laying the ball off outside. That pass to Lionel Thomas is just like a handoff.
Pass is wobbly and it may be intercepted. Holohan had his hands on it, went up in the air. It came down. John Harris was there. And that is the first turnover of the ball game. And Harris has his first interception of the year, and for the Seahawks, that is their first interception of this season.
Fouts looks like he's going to get some pressure. He's getting it right in his face by 77 Jeff Bryant. Throws the ball errantly, but full hand number 88 knocks it up, and John Harris makes a one-handed, two-handed interception, and as Charlie said, that's the first turnover in the game.
Now, here's where Seattle really capitalizes. At the San Diego 41-yard line, first down. Little play action fake. They want to go deep to Turner. He's there, has his man in zone. Intercepted. Does he hold on to it? If Wayne Davis holds on to it, he's got the interception. The officials are going to say no, that he trapped it, that it bounced off of the turf. Good recovery by the rookie. He's been burned a couple of times in the ball game.
He was beat. He was beat for the touchdown. He had excellent catch-up speed.
So with all that excitement will bring it back to the 41-yard line. And it is 2nd down and 10. Let's take a look.
This goes right in front. He hits the ground, and we can't see it.
You can't tell.
But the official had a better view of it.
And also, if you watch his arms, I think he was juggling it. I don't think he had possession. I think it was a good call. Looked like he was fighting to cover it. 2nd and 10. Sideline pass far side to Largent. He steps out of bounds at the 34-yard line. Gain of 7. It'll be 3rd down and 3. Let's go back to that possible interception and see. This is Wayne Davis, number 20.
Wayne Davis, number 20, goes up.
Does he have possession? See, now look, you can see.
It looks like the ball. He did not have possession.
The ball bounces, and now you kind of heard. No, he didn't.
Looks like a good call, and the official was right on top of it.
Yeah, and the official had the angle from the other side. The official had the angle from the other side. So a good call. Seattle now with 4 wide receivers, 3rd down and 3. At the San Diego 34-yard line. Will the Chargers blitz here? No, they sent only 3 men. Here's Craig's running for it. Slides at the 20. They got to stay off him as soon as he goes down.
It was a design play, quarterback draw.
What does the quarterback think about that when that play comes in from the sideline? He's not that thrilled.
He drops back, waits for the rush, now looks for a lane, runs upfield. This is what a good athlete does. He gets the 1st down. Now David, hook slide, and don't get any contact, and he has a 1st down and possession of the ball. And as we said earlier, it's important to have an athlete at quarterback.
Picks up 13. He's resourceful. Do a lot of things. 21-yard line of San Diego, 1st down. Seattle out in front, 35-29. Kurt Warner is dropped at the 25, maybe the 24. He'll lose 3, possibly 4. Lee Williams was there for the Chargers. They're going to mark at the 25-yard line. Loss of 4, 2nd down, 14. Is that the first time that Warner's lost yardage? Yes, first time. He's lost yardage in this ball game, and there's only 38 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. He does look good, doesn't he? Great to have him back in the National Football League.
Well, I think it's wonderful to have a player of his caliber because it's good for the league.
You bet. And fun to watch. Greg going deep. Turner far side. Knocked away. Flag is down. Lucius Smith made the play, but a flag is down, and that usually means they're going to call Lucius for pass interference.
He was running step for step. Boy, that's a tough call. He's running step for step, and it looks like
number 33 is the
very tough call. Very, very tough call.
On the goal line.
And right now, those type of decisions are the difference between winning and losing, because they now have the ball on the 1-yard line. I think that was a very, very difficult call, particularly with the new rule. Apparently, the defender obviously was not looking back at the ball.
23-yard penalty to the 1-yard line, and you've been throughout the ball game, then you know that this game has been, it hasn't turned, but there's been scoring plays dictated by the calls of the officials. From the 1-yard line, here's Kurt Warner, touchdown. And Kurt Warner scores his 2nd touchdown of the ball game. And the Seahawks stretch out their lead. Now it's 41-29 Seattle with 15 seconds to go in the 3rd, and the extra point still to come. And Warner from a yard away.
Watch the blocking of number 46, David Hughes. He makes the play and gets number 28, Kurt Warner, into the end zone for the touchdown. David Hughes does an outstanding job, and he doesn't get much credit. He does all the blocking for Kurt Warner.
Largent to hole, Norm Johnson with the extra point attempt. It's good. So the score is Seattle 42 and San Diego 29. The margin now 13 points as the Seahawks have taken control of this ball game. A 41-yard drive in 6 plays. It took 1 minute and 36 seconds. Warner from a yard out, but don't forget number 44, John Harris, with the interception for the Seahawks. First turnover of the ball game. He set the drive up. And that is typical Seattle football. 42-29. 15 seconds to go in the third, and Norm Johnson will be kicking off for Seattle. Total yards, total offense for the Seahawks 419 yards, and for the Chargers 474 yards. It has not been a defensive battle. One of the great understatements of this early part of the season. And here is Norm Johnson, played his collegiate ball at UCLA.
Wayne Davis, number 20, is going in for the interception, but you can see clearly as he was going down, he did not have control of the ball. The official had a good angle, and it was a good call.
Lionel James from the 3-yard line to the 10, 15, opening at the 20, gets back at the 30, and returns to the 48-yard line, and the Chargers come back to life. 46 yards on the return. The captain of the special teams, Eric Lane, and Rick Sanford, who is with Seattle because of the shoulder injury to Paul Boyer, teamed up on the stop. And San Diego has great field position.
Ball returned to the 46-yard return.
Lionel James feels the ball. Now he's going to bring it up into the wedge. He gets some good blocking. Now he turns it up inside. The kicker misses the tackle, and that's against the best coverage team in the league.
And the pass is dropped. Severs drops it. It'll be second down and 10 as the gun sounds. That's the end of the third quarter, and we'll be back after these messages from your local station. Number 26, what has he done recently? Well, he's rushed for 53 yards, has 50 yards receiving, 117 return yardage, total yardage 220 yards with still a quarter to go. Fouts has pressure, loses the ball, and Seattle may recover it. Seahawks have the ball, I believe. Yes, they do. Number 56, Greg Gaines, comes up with a fumble recovery. Nash and Randy Edwards putting the pressure on Fouts. It is Nash.
72, Joe Nash rips it right out of his hand, and Greg Gaines, 56, makes the recovery. 2 turnovers have really hurt the San Diego Chargers' effort offensively.
There's the statistics through 3 quarters. 421 yards total offense Seattle, 474 yards total offense San Diego. Woo! Seattle at the San Diego 46-yard line, first down. They capitalized on the interception. Let's see if they can capitalize on the fumble recovery. Here's Kurt Warner, first down. 33-yard line, gain of 13. And Seattle is taking complete control of the ball game.
San Diego defense is on the field too much right now, and they're wearing them down. And now Seattle is able to use all their tools. They're using Steve Largent, they're using Darryl Turner, and now they're running the ball with Kurt Warner, and this is their game right now. They can keep their defense off the field.
And Kurt Warner now has 20 carries. He's rushed for 115 yards. Seattle has won 4 of the last 5 games against San Diego. And here's Kurt Warner again. Pops this one. Another first down, 22-yard line, gain of 11. And we're moving on the 14-minute mark of time remaining here. Defensively, Derry Nelson comes in, and Mike Green will come out. Sam.
Kurt Warner right now is upset because he fell, and he knew that if he could have stayed on his feet, he would have had a big play. I think as the game, as he plays more and more, all of that's going to come back to him.
Warner to the outside. They'll mark it out at about the 11-yard line. A gain of 11 and another first down. So 3 first downs in a row. 22 carries, 137 yards for Kurt Warner.
Watch Kurt Warner break to the outside, speed away from Lyndon King, number 57, breaks tackles, get to the outside. Very few backs can go into the hole and then re-accelerate to the outside and pick up the positive yardage.
Eric Lane has replaced Warner. Warner comes out for a little breather.
Steve Lodgen, one-on-one.
Lane gets the call, and he goes to the 8-yard line. Picks up 3, second down and 7. Eric Lane is the captain of the special teams. Last year, he replaced Kurt Warner in that running back position. Did a very fine job. Warner with that little breather comes in, and Lane comes back out. Lee Williams with that last tackle. Cervical sprain is the preliminary report on Randall Morris. Cervical sprain will not return today. That's the preliminary report that we have.
Steve Lodgen has the one-on-one.
And Kurt Warner is wrestled down at the 6. We'll give him 2. It'll be third down and 5 at the 6-yard line. Chuck Ian leading the defense. Maybe the 7-yard line. And of course, one of the things that Seattle is doing, keeping the ball on the ground, and they're just using up the clock and just let it keep on marching, because they know that from where they are, that Norm Johnson an almost automatic 3 points, which would give them a total of 45 and make the difference 16 points, which is 2 touchdowns and a field goal over San Diego. And they're thinking these are the terms that Chuck Knox is thinking of. Seattle with 4 receivers over the middle. It's there, Turner. 4 touchdowns for Darrell Turner. And Dave Craig throws for 5. 7-yard touchdown pass from Craig to Turner.
Dave Craig's in a shotgun. Turner is on motion. He goes to the inside, number 81, and he beats the rookie Wayne Davis, number 20. What he did was he was on the move, and when you go on the move, it gives you the opportunity to beat the defender that much more, that quicker and that more easily.
Extra point is good. And Seattle now leads San Diego 49-29. We'll be back.
Who invites you to drive the new Ford Escort. Have you driven a Ford lately? By Bud Light, everything else is just a light. And by McDonald's, it's a good time for the great taste of McDonald's.
28 unanswered points by the Seattle Seahawks, and they lead San Diego 49-29. Norm Johnson kicking off. And here's Lionel James adding to his total as he returns to the 17-yard line. John Kaiser makes the tackle. Dave Craig throwing for 5 touchdowns, tying his own personal record that he set last year, throwing 5 against Detroit. 23-20 Green Bay and the Giants. That's getting snug. Fourth quarter, San Francisco. Now they're blowing Atlanta away 35-16. And a final, Minnesota. They're 2-0, 31. Tampa Bay 16. And New Orleans trailing Denver 34-23 fourth quarter. Fouts' pass is complete, and it's Lionel James. And James goes to the 33-yard line. He picks up 16 yards in the first down. Greg Gaines makes the tackle. Remember Greg Gaines, he recovered the fumble and the second turnover for the Seahawks, and they capitalized on it again, this time the touchdown pass from Craig to Turner. An opportunistic defense and offense for Seattle as always. First down, San Diego. Here's James, a sweep to the left side. Across the 40, they'll mark at the 40-yard line, so you'll have 7 second and 3. Eugene Robinson and Kenny Easley make the tackle. Pete Holohan coming into the lineup, and Tim Spencer comes into the offensive set. 415 yards passing, 5th time in his career that Fouts has thrown for more than 400 yards, and he ties Sonny Jurgensen in that category. 7 in the secondary for Seattle.
Seattle right now realizes they've got to rush the passer and put pressure on him. That's what's going to help them. Dan Fouts has to get the ball upfield. Time is the biggest enemy right now.
Fouts has time.
Wide open.
Chandler. Fouts did not see him in time and easily had time to get there just enough to harass the pass.
It's what Kenny Easley does best. He can cover a lot of ground while the ball is in the air. Fouts is looking. He had a bad snap. He's looking to his left. He sees Chandler open. He airs the ball, and Chandler is wide open, number 89, on the top of your screen. Kenny Easley comes over and makes a good play on the ball.
Yes, he does.
Covered a lot of ground.
And we pause briefly for station identification. This is the NBC Television Network.
You're watching KING-TV, Channel 5, Seattle.
Third down. James is caught and pulled down. John Harris just collared him. And it'll be 4th down and 3. And San Diego will be kicking the ball.
That's where the big, strong back can break those tackles. John Harris was in the blitz, number 44.
Seattle 49, San Diego 29. 10 minutes to go, and the Chargers are going to gamble. It's 4th down, about 2.5, and they're going for it.
I think it's a good call. They need the ball right now. Seattle is just going to run the football and eat the clock up.
So Fouts looking for the 3 receivers. Is there? Flag is down. He goes deep. It is James. The pass is complete. It's a 1st down, but there is a marker on the far side. Simpson makes the tackle. It is against San Diego.
Now they will punt.
The old cliche comes back to haunt the Chargers. It's not the penalties, it is when they occur.
Motion. Number 24 on the offense was moving forward, 5 yards, 4th down.
Well, he doesn't mean number 24 because there's not a 24 in the offense. There's a 44 to 26, and a 43, and a 14.
That was a obviously big play.
Yes.
They needed that to stay in this football game because Seattle right now is going to eat the clock.
Yeah.
And the biggest problem of San Diego Chargers have right now is fighting time.
And Mojico will be kicking. It's another good one off. Danny Green, he called for the fair catch as soon as the kick was made. He had been told, signal for the fair catch, get away from it, leave it bounds. It doesn't make any difference. A 48-yard kick. When we come back, the Seahawks will have the ball. Quarter with 8:47 to go. San Diego led 29-21, and since then, Craig to Turner, Kurt Warner, Craig to Turner, and it's 49-28. 4 unanswered touchdowns. 28 points without being answered by San Diego. The clock in the favor of the Seahawks from the 16 to the 20-yard line, where Tony Chickolo makes the tackle. And now 9:22 and counting. And in reality, this one, unless something unexpected happens, is in the book for the Seattle Seahawks. But as long as you've got number 14, as you take a look at all kinds of numbers, it takes a calculator to figure it out. As long as you got number 14 for San Diego and a couple of breaks, and they could get back in it.
They've got to get him on the field. And right now, Seattle is just going to bleed the clock. Not going to take any chances. Bleed the clock, and the worst thing that happens is they'll punt the football.
Here's Kurt Warner, 22-yard line. 3rd down and 4. The other thing that they do, of course, by staying on the ground is they'll look downfield, and they'll take the snap with 2, maybe 3 seconds to go on the 30-second clock. They'll use it all.
Right now, David Craig is doing a fine job of bleeding the clock.
This time they bring in 4 wide receivers. Kurt Warner, 25 carries, 145 yards rushing, and 2 touchdowns. And the head coaches, as you saw, Chuck Knoxville and Don Coryell. And the clock.
This is a must. 3rd down for San Diego. They've got to stop them if they think they have any chance to win this game. And they're going to.
Dan Dorning, Mr. 3rd down for the Seahawks. And what a young man he is, a medical student University of Washington, may graduate in the spring, but that depends on how far the Seahawks go. If they go further, he'll graduate at the end of the summer.
He's had an outstanding and productive year, a productive career with the Seattle Seahawks. Right now, I would look for San Diego to go to a no-huddle offense. They have to conserve time because they need to score points, but the clock, as we talked about before, is the biggest factor as far as San Diego is concerned. So I would look to them to go to the no-huddle offense.
Here's Jeff West. Lionel James has 5, and that's all he'll get. 33 yards on the kick, a 5-yard return. 7:14 left to go, and we'll be back in just a moment. 145 yards. The Chargers rushing offense totals 82 yards. 50-yard line, first down. A play action fake. Didn't fool anybody. Pass is complete to Chandler, and Chandler has the first down, goes out of bounds. That stops the clock. 7:07 left to go in the ball game. Terry Jackson was there for the Seahawks. Why bother with a play action fake? They know they're going to throw.
I agree with you wholeheartedly, because right now Seattle doesn't respect anything as far as the running game is concerned. As a matter of fact, they would welcome the Chargers to run right now. It's not going to happen.
Chandler now 11 receptions, 211 yards, and a touchdown for Wes Chandler.
Dan has got to get the ball upfield. He's got to get in that end zone within the next 2 minutes. Get out of bounds.
Chandler out of bounds. 25-yard line. Gain of 13.
Seattle can't become tentative. They cannot sit on that lead. You're looking at a dynamite quarterback. Wes Chandler releases off the line of scrimmage. He's going to get all the room in the world. Makes the break to the outside. You can't even see the corner. Get out of bounds and save time. Now they got to throw in the end zone, get up on the board, and try to get back in this game.
They're down by 20. They need 3 touchdowns, obviously, to win. 25-yard line. Chandler far side. There's pressure. Throws underneath to Lionel James. And I believe the realities is that Fouts was out of time, and he was just dumping the ball. He's getting some pressure from Fred Young. It'll be 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line. 6:58. That is the time remaining in the ball game. Now, we saw in the first half a shotgun formation, and I know that the Chargers worked with the shotgun formation this week, and I know they worked on it in the past. I don't think Fouts is comfortable with it, or we would see it here.
We saw 2 shotguns, and he handed off on the draw play both times, so he's not comfortable with it, and that's rather obvious because he's never used it. Let's look for 89 Chandler right now. He's one-on-one on 22 Dave Brown.
There's the blitz. The ball jarred loose, and Seattle has it. Coming up with the ball, Simpson, I believe, was the blitzer. Bryan came up with it. And one of the problems without, the running attack, without the veteran, without the David Hughes, you don't have anybody back here to pick up the blitz.
This is a blindside shot. He's got all his attention to the left. Now, 43 makes the block. Somebody came in on the backside. Now, that either was a lineman or Dan Fouts did not see it himself, and he should have recognized it. And Keith Simpson, number 42, made the hit.
And that is the 3rd turnover of the ball game and the 3rd Seahawks sack. And Seattle back in control at their own 38-yard line. And here's Kurt Warner. Warner is close to the first down.
Small carrier.
Gil Byrd was there defensively for San Diego. They'll mark the ball at the 47-yard line.
You're going to see now the 4-corner offense. They're going to bleed that clock and run that ball and try to stretch that field. And the worst thing they're going to do offensively is punt the ball to San Diego. And it's a good opportunity for Warner to carry the ball. Warner
with the opening has the first down. 45-yard line of San Diego.
The San Diego defense now is not playing with purpose. They're tired. They've been on the field too long. We had 28 points in the third quarter. We've had 3 turnovers this half. 2 of them have led to touchdowns. And so right now, they're just not playing with the intensity and the tenacity they did when they were in the ball game.
And look at the numbers on Kurt Warner. 161 yards rushing. Here's David Hughes. And Hughes has 5 yards to the 40-yard line. It is 2nd down and 5. And the clock continues on its inexorable march, now with 5:50 and counting time remaining in the ballgame.
Those 161 yards by Kurt Warner is what the doctor ordered. If he needed anything in this game to gain his self-confidence, was to have a big game rushing.
Here's a final score. Super Bowl champion, San Francisco 35, Atlanta 16. Here's Hughes again. And he picks up a couple of more yards. It'll be 3rd down in about 3. And we have another final in. Green Bay 23 and the New York Giants 20.
Stopped by number 55, Jerry Nelson, along with number 91, Tony Chiplow.
What a nice feeling this is, Charles, when you're Chuck Knox and you're sitting on a lead and you're running the ball and you can just almost have a nice Coke on the sideline. What a nice feeling this is. There he is right now. He's drinking the wine. And I know how Don Coryell feels too. I've been there too.
3rd down. Kurt Warner, 1st down. And he fights his way to the 30-yard line. Adds 8 more yards to his total. Fred Robinson stops him. And the countdown continues. 4 minutes and 15 seconds.
Chuck Knox is going to take Kurt Warner out of the game. The only reason he's in there right now is because he needs the work.
Well, he's had the work today. 28 carries, 170, 170. His yards rushing. I think that's work for 2 people.
That's right. Here he is making the break, going up inside, fighting for the yardage. He is tough. And boy, it's, as you said earlier, what a wonderful thing to see Kurt Warner back at 100%.
And in addition, he has 5 receptions for 34 yards. Kurt Warner's total offense 204 yards. Here's Eric Lane. 3.5 minutes time remaining. Lyndon King with the last tackle. The ball spotted at the 29-yard line.
San Diego should start using those 3 timeouts that they have.
And there, of course, is number 89, Wes Chandler, and what a great game he has had for San Diego. And a reminder that next Sunday, the Chargers will be at Cincinnati against the Bengals, and a week from tomorrow night, the Seahawks open at home in the Kingdome. They'll host the Los Angeles Rams on Monday night, September the 23rd. Chandler, 12 receptions, 224 yards, and a touchdown for San Diego. Here's David Hughes. And Hughes will pick up a couple of yards.
David Hughes.
And now let's go to Bob Costas, NFL 85.
Charlie, with about a minute to play between the Packers and the Giants, Ali Haji Sheikh attempts a field goal of some 48 yards. He was suffering from a pulled muscle in his left leg, not his kicking leg. Nonetheless, a controversial decision. He misses it, and the Pack wins by 3.
Oh, thank you, Bob. That is an interesting end to an interesting ball game. And, you know, you mentioned about, I think more kickers this year have pulls, leg problems, muscle pulls, groin pulls, than I can remember. Here's Eric Lane. Maybe a yard as he gets back to the line of scrimmage and then just leans forward a bit. And the clock continues, just tick-tock, tick. And now the 2-minute warning will be given to both benches. The score, Seattle 49, San Diego 29, and we'll be back.
Chargers report.
Rushing, he has averaged 5.7 yards a carry. And he has scored, of course, the 2 touchdowns. Darrell Turner for the Seattle Seahawks. 4 touchdown receptions. Dave Craig has thrown for 5. The other one was to Steve Largent. From the 34-yard line, a field goal attempt to 44 yards for Norm Johnson. Largent the holder. Bending left, and it is no good. So Johnson misses left from 44. Now, he would have to kick off the skin part of the infield. That's kind of tough to do.
We talked to him right before the game.
First thing he said, I said, "Hi, Norm," and he said, "I don't like the field. I've got to kick off of this."
That's exactly right.
You're right.
And it is difficult, because especially a kicker that's used to kicking off synthetic turf.
Yeah, that's right.
You lose your footing, and you don't have the same degree of balance when you hit the ball.
It's a different kind of feel. Mark Herman is now the quarterback for the San Diego Chargers. Here's another look at that kick. Let's see.
He planted his foot.
He wasn't comfortable.
He got his left foot down and planted, but apparently he wasn't comfortable.
And Herman from the shotgun, a miscue on the snap, and a scramble for the ball. Fouts completing 29 of 43 passes, throwing for 440 yards. The 5th time in his career he has thrown for more than 400 yards. 41st time in his career that he has thrown for more than 300 yards, missing his all-time best by just 4. His all-time best is 444. He throws for 4 touchdowns, and he suffers an interception. And Dan Fouts, number 14, does it again. He just did not have enough manpower surrounding him, and the Seattle Seahawks played a great ball game.
Well, I think Don Curiel made a wise decision to take him out.
Sure.
But Dan Fouts, having the kind of day that he had today, this football team is going to win some games.
Oh, yes.
And the defense really impressed me. I think they're young and they're aggressive, and they're going to get better. They just faced a very fine team today.
Herman, the pass is complete to the tight end, Eric Sievers. And Sievers just kind of battles his way to the 29-yard line. Eugene Robinson, the free agent rookie from Colgate, was the man trying to wrestle him down.
Sievers was struggling to get out of bounds so he could save the time. Stop the clock.
San Diego's offense today, the most yardage ever thrown against the Seattle Seahawks defense. There's another look at baseball today. The Mets win, St. Louis wins, Cincinnati wins, Toronto wins, Oakland wins, and the Angels win. Herman over the middle, and it is pulled in by Charlie Joyner. Now you can tell that Joyner does not have that many receptions. He picks up 26 yards. And the reason you can tell is because his jersey's so clean.
What a splendid throw, but watch the catch by Charlie Joyner. He lays out with one hand, good concentration. He's going to get hit, but he hangs on to the ball. What a fine reception.
3 receptions, 50 yards for Charlie Joyner. And another first down for the Chargers. They pick up 20 yards. And they will stop the clock now with 27 seconds left in the ball game. Terry Taylor making the tackle for the Seattle Seahawks, and the ball at the 25-yard line of Seattle.
You made a point before about the shotgun. I think Herman is a lot more comfortable in it, and now they're using the shotgun, and I think Dan Fouts, as time goes on, will feel more comfortable.
Tell me the difference of a quarterback taking the snap from under center and reading the defense, and the look that he has as a shotgun quarterback.
Well, when he's under the center, he focuses on the defense. When he's in the shotgun, he has to refocus, although the pass should be there all the time. And I think someone that's not used to it, like Dan Fouts, doesn't like the idea that he can't focus on the defense right from the line of scrimmage. But I think he'll find out as he goes along that it puts a lot of pressure on the defense, and anytime a quarterback can have more time to throw the ball, he is going to buy that idea, and it'll get better as he goes along.
So when he's in the shotgun, in other words, he has to watch the snap from center, then look and see what the defense is.
To a degree.
Yep. Herman has thrown for 53 yards. Joyner to the 2-yard line. Chargers have a timeout remaining. And they take it, stopping the clock with 19 seconds left. 23 yards on that pass play. Terry Jackson made the tackle.
3 yards.
And a final, it is Chicago 20 and New England 7. A final, Cincinnati losing to St. Louis 41-27. Final, Washington 16, Houston 13. Detroit defeats Dallas by 5, 26-21 in Detroit. Jets big over Buffalo 42-3. The Rams defeat the Eagles 17-6. Miami over the Colts 30-13. Green Bay by 3 over the Giants. San Francisco winning 35-16 for Atlanta. Minnesota 31. They're 2-0 over Tampa Bay 31-16.
Bud Grant took that sabbatical and it did him a lot of good.
Oh yes. Denver 34, New Orleans 23. Denver 1-1 in the West. And here it is Seattle 49. They'll be 2-0. The Chargers 29 and threatening, and the Chargers will be 1-1. San Diego now has 516 yards passing. Fouts has 440 yards. Herman has thrown for 76.
It's a good sign for San Diego to see Mark Herman come in and move the ball that well, because I know they were concerned with their backup quarterback.
Wes Chandler, the intended receiver. Terry Taylor had the coverage. And we have 15 seconds remaining. It'll be second down and goal to go.
He's got an opportunity right now to throw at least 3 more passes into the end zone if he gets rid of it fast. He's looking to the sideline right now from Dave Levy, the offensive coordinator, for the signal as to what play to run. And all he's looking for right now is where the one-on-ones are. Where can I find a receiver one-on-one with a defensive back and let me go to him, because he's going to throw quickly. He should not be pressured.
Chandler wide to the far side. Throwing back underneath. The flag is down. The pass is caught by Joyner in the end zone, but there was a marker on the play.
It looks to me like it was against the defense, number 22, David Brown.
That's going to be the call.
Number 22 on the defense. Penalty is declined. Touchdown.
And Charlie Joyner, a 2-yard touchdown reception. And Charlie has his second touchdown of the ball game. And Joyner 5 for 75. They threw to him early, and then they threw to him late. Kind of missed him in the middle part of the ball. You can tell him the clean jersey. They missed him when they were on the skin part of the infield.
I was amazed when you brought up that point, because he really was out of sync. He wasn't in the ball game.
And the extra point attempt is blocked, so the Chargers have missed 3 extra point attempts. Jeff Bryant got this one. And the score is 49-35. Seattle out in front of San Diego with 11 seconds left to go here at San Diego Jack Murphy Stadium. A 74-yard drive in 7 plays, and the first touchdown pass of the season for Mark Herman.
I don't think that's going to be a problem. Bob Thomas is a new kicker. Ralph Mosienko is a new holder, and I think they'll get that all together. Apparently, they're just not in sync. It takes the snap, the holder, and the kicker to be in sync every time you kick an extra point.
And this, of course, one of the most popular men in San Diego, Rolf Benershka, has really a bad groin pull. Will be out. He's on injured reserve, so that means that he'll miss at least 4 games. I talked to him a couple of days ago, and you know, he said, I want to be on the sideline with my camera. He said, I've got to be at least close to the action. And he said the reason that he hates to be out more than anything else is that he feels that there'll be a lot of close ball games this year, and he'll have a chance to kick field goals, extra points that will mean a lot. Well, and he wants to be in there in those situations.
Well, during the course of this game, when San Diego was in it, those extra points were very important.
Yeah. And here's an onside kick try, and it is bobbled, and a scramble for it. And Seattle comes up with it.
Seattle's got the good hands people in there right now on the onside kick.
San Diego is out of timeouts, and so all that the Seahawks have to do is to take 1 snap. And this is the way that it will end. It will be Seattle 49 and San Diego 35. An offensive explosion with 2 very good defensive teams. Particularly Seattle's known for their defense. The Chargers, a young defensive team, and the experience of the Seahawks got to them.
And the Seahawks, I think, in the 3rd quarter, when they made all those points, of course, but the 2 turnovers really turned the game around for Seattle.
But that's Seattle football, and Dave Craig coming back with a great second half.
Right. They can do it anytime. I think the thing that happened in the second half that was most significant is what we talked about. They got the ball to Darrell Turner. Darrell Turner is the deep threat. Darrell Turner stretches the defense, and anytime you get the ball deep, you're going to be able to get the ball to Warner and to Steve Largent.
And Darrell Turner with 4 touchdown receptions, the final. Seattle wins it 49-35.